4 seed Nebraska playing for the right to go to the Elite Eight and doing so in Houston, Texas. It's a 7:30 tip-off tonight, so about 20 minutes or so after Purdue and Texas tip. It'll be Iowa and Nebraska. Iowa, with the upset of the tournament to this point, beating the #1 seeded Florida Gators last Sunday.
Extremely impressive win for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Such a fun moment to see Iowa prevail in late game fashion that way. Was a little stunned to see Florida applying the full court pressure in the way they were, considering they had the lead in that moment. We've seen a lot of people discuss that play and what Florida could have or should have done, but in the end, allowing Bennett Sturts to catch that pass on the run with his momentum moving forward, that created an advantage basketball situation for the Hawkeyes. The help comes, and he sprays it to Fulgaris in the corner. And what a shot from Fulgaris in that moment to go for the win. You're down 2, you go for the 3, he connects, and you pull off the big upset there to knock off the #1 seed. And now it's led to that fun situation where we've got Nebraska, Iowa part 3, and it's the rubber match.
Two teams that when they faced one another in the regular season, each winning on their home court. Now a neutral site game in Houston. It won't be really a neutral site game for the Houston Cougars. They're the #2 seed playing in their home city, but they'll play the 3rd seeded Illinois Fighting Illini later on tonight. That's a 10:05 tip. That's the second game in Houston. Illinois and Houston. Oh, the Illini are going to have their hands full with a team we're pretty familiar with after seeing the Houston Cougars last year in the Sweet 16.
No doubt about that. That's going to be a fun matchup. The Fighting Illini, we saw them in Mackey Arena this year and how tough their offense can be to defend, especially when Keaton Wagler is going like he was. And then from an offensive rebounding standpoint, we know just how elite they are, and that's one of their big assets. But when they're playing a team like Houston, we know they're an elite rebounding team as well. So something's got to give, Robert, with the Illini and the Cougs on the glass.
Yeah, the other 2 Big Ten teams that are still alive, they have to wait until tomorrow to play. Michigan making its 9th Sweet 16 in the last 10 NCAA tournament appearances. Michigan, a #1 seed out of the Midwest, playing in Chicago against 4-seeded Alabama. 7:35 tomorrow night, Friday night. And then the other Friday night game will be the late game tomorrow night, 9:45, involving Michigan State, the 3 seed, against the 2 seed UConn. That's out of the East region. East region in Washington, D.C. Spartans taking on UConn. Again, 6 Big Ten teams find their way to the Sweet 16. How awesome is that? When we come back to the pregame show, a closer look at tonight's opponent. We'll talk more about the Texas Longhorns as we visit with assistant coach Sasha Stefanovic. He has the scouting report brought to you by Purdue Global. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Boiler up, farmers! As Purdue dominates the court this year, BW Fusion is helping Indiana farmers dominate their fields. We're farmer first, delivering crop nutrition products and data designed for one thing: doing more with less. Less in, more out. That's not just a tagline. It's how we farm now. So whether you're at Mackey or in the Combine, team up with BW Fusion and start growing smarter. Visit bwfusion.com to learn more.
U.S. Foods and the Purdue Boilermakers. What a recipe for success. Like Purdue, we both stand for quality and value. From our state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, we at U.S. Foods are committed to meeting our customers' needs by providing all your quality food service products throughout Indiana and northern Kentucky. It's what we do to bring guests into your business every day that makes the difference. Enjoy the game, and remember U.S. Foods, the official food service supplier of Purdue Athletics. We help you make it.
It's designed to let you work more effectively and efficiently, and that's why more professionals go with compact equipment from Bobcat of Lafayette. This is RJ Gillen, your sales specialist for Bobcat of Lafayette. Look no further than Bobcat R-Series, the next revolution in loaders, engineered to raise the bar when productivity matters. Talk to me about equipment availability and financing offers. Call 765-474-4452 and let me show you the Bobcat difference.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Oh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact. It's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact. America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact. that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY industry reported total sales.
At Electric Plus, our mission is simple: to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana. From new construction to modernization, commercial, industrial, and service repair, we lead the way with quality and innovation. We're proud to be locally owned and 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, giving every team member a personal stake in delivering exceptional service. With offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington, we serve our communities with pride, offering 24/7 emergency coverage when it matters most. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. And always, boiler up.
Boilermaker fans, you have the power to save lives. Did you know that just one organ donor can save 8 lives? And the need for life-saving organ donations is real. There are more than 100,000 people waiting right now. Here at Purdue, we believe in rising to the challenge, on the field, in the classroom, and in our communities. So why not rise to one more? Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to sign up as an organ donor today. Let saying yes to organ donation be your next giant leap.
And we are back here on the pregame show, where today Purdue is in San Jose, California, to take on the Texas Longhorns in the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament. It's time now for our scouting report on Texas, presented by Purdue Global. Take your life and career to the next level with Purdue Global, Purdue's online university built for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu. Joined now here by assistant coach Sasha Stefanovic. And Coach, coming off a big second-round victory over the Miami Hurricanes, 79-69. And that was a game that was a tough, physical game. Miami's got a lot of athletes, a lot of size. Had to deal with some adversity as well there in that second half when C.J. Cox leaves with an injury. In the moment, one of those scary situations where you're not sure how serious it was. But our team, in the end, able to prevail. How impressed were you with just our poise and determination to pull that one out?
Sure, yeah. Obviously, like you said, I think we knew going into it was going to be one of our most physical games of the year. Miami, just the way that, they have their personnel and the bodies and everything like that, positional size, really impressive. So, obviously, when you have one of our starters go down and CJ in that injury, that's where we harp on with our depth, that we have a lot of guys that are able to play in big moments. So, it's just one of those next man up mentalities. But our guys are great, right? I think we did a poor job in the rebounding battle, but I think everything else we did our job. Executed offensively, defensively. We had to be a little bit better of understanding some personnel things, but overall, if you're able to get a big win like that in that position, it's impressive for our guys.
Well, one more thing here to talk with you about before we dive into the Longhorns. Coach Painter got his 500th career win at Purdue in that win over Miami. You've been someone who's been able to play for Coach and now get a chance to coach with him. Just how much have you enjoyed that experience, being able to be a player and a coach with one of the all-time best coaches in Big Ten history? Yeah, I'm very, very thankful, obviously, that he recruited me to play at my dream school and be able to play for him for 5 years, and then now be on his staff and learn from him and just pick his brain about different topics and life stuff, whether it's basketball, it's off the court, whatever it is. He's just a very special person, and I think the Purdue community, Purdue University, all of our fan base players are very blessed and thankful that he's the man kind of leading our great program. So obviously it's a really cool accomplishment. It just shows his longevity in the sport, and he's up there with one of the greats in Big Ten history. So it's a awesome accomplishment. Absolutely. Just one of 4 coaches in Big Ten history to reach that number, along with, some of the all-time greats, and Bob Knight, Tom Izzo, and Gene Cady. So incredible stuff there from Coach Painter. All right, the Texas Longhorns, the 11 seed in the West region, 21-14 on the season, took down the 3 seed Gonzaga in the second round to advance here to the Sweet 16, led by head coach Sean Miller. This Longhorns team is the only double-digit seed remaining, but I'm guessing you don't feel like this team from a talent standpoint is a typical double-digit seed. No, not at all. They really, really have some great individual talent. Obviously, Swain and Mark and Mokatitis, they just have a lot of different bodies that are able to give you some different problems on the defensive side for us. So we just got to make sure that we understand personnel, know what we want to do in gaps, ball screen coverage. Whenever they get into a
lot of their ISO plays for Swain, just making sure that we're loading up and understanding what he wants to do on the floor, where his spots are and everything like that. But just continue to execute on the offensive side of the floor, get the shots that we want. Don't let them, rush us into attempts that, are lower percentage. But they're hot right now. They've obviously beat a lot of great teams and have done really well in this tournament. So it's one of those where you're always on edge in the tournament, and you just got to be ready to play from the jump.
Well, like you said, they're hot right now, but they are an 11 seed for a reason. They've had their ups and downs this year. They are a team from an offensive standpoint. The numbers look really good, but defensively has been where they've been really inconsistent at times this year. When you think about them from a defensive standpoint, what are some of the things they do well, but what are some of the things that we can maybe take advantage of?
Yeah, I think, for us, obviously we throw the ball in the post a lot, right? We have players that we feel comfortable that's a focal point for our offense, and traditionally they don't like to post double, right? So now they're probably going to have to post double in some type of way to get the ball out of our bigs' hands. So maybe their rotations aren't as good because that's something that they don't not normally do, right? And then with our short roll action with Trey Kaufman or even with Oscar, just how are they going to handle the right? They might be in a flat, they might be in drop. We're going to have to kind of feel it out as the game goes, but those are some areas that we feel we can exploit them. But they have great individual defenders, right? They really get into the ball. They're going to pressure us. Blow things up, whatever they're going to do to try to muck it up and not let us get in our offense where we want. They're really, really talented in that. And again, they have great positional size. Vokatitis is a very, very big, center, and we need to get on the offensive glass. So it's something I know that they've been harping on, for this week for themselves. But we got to flip it on them and get on the offensive glass as well.
All right, Coach. Good luck here today.
Thank you.
Assistant Coach Sasha Stefanovic with the scouting report on the Texas Longhorns. When we come back, Bobby Riddell has a scoreboard update for you. It's Purdue and Texas, Sweet 16. We're in San Jose, California. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Bobcat of Lafayette is excited to announce that we are your official Skag mower dealer. Hi, I'm Chase Weaver with Bobcat of Lafayette. We couldn't be more thrilled to add a quality name and product like Skag to our showroom floor. Since 1983, Skag Power Equipment has been producing heavy-duty commercial mowers that cut faster, cut better, and last longer. Choose from zero-turn, stand-on, or walk-behind mowers, all made right here in the USA. Visit Bobcat of Lafayette for product availability, pricing, and financing details.
Hi, I'm Trey Kaufman-Wren, power forward for Purdue basketball. On the court, my job is to read the defense and make the right decisions to put our team in the best position to win. Off the court, landowners need the same kind of sharp vision and quick thinking to protect their farm and family's legacy. That's where the Halderman companies can help. They study the court, anticipate every move, and help you stay one step ahead when it comes to managing or selling your farm. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
U.S. Foods and the Purdue Boilermakers. What a recipe for success. Like Purdue, we both stand for quality and value. From our state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, we at U.S. Foods are committed to meeting our customers' needs by providing all your quality food service products throughout Indiana and northern Kentucky. It's what we do to bring guests into your business every day that makes the difference. Enjoy the game, and remember U.S. Foods, the official food service supplier of Purdue Athletics. We help you make it. Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
You've worked hard, and you've got what it takes. Purdue Global was built specifically for working adults, so earning a degree you can be proud of is achievable. If you want to start right away, you can. New terms start every month. If you want to go fast, you can. Some of our degrees offer an accelerated Excel track. If you want to go slow, you can. Our advisors can guide you. Whatever you're balancing, Purdue Global is invested in your success. Now is your chance to prove you've got what it takes. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. Purdue versus Texas in the Sweet 16 with the chance to advance the Elite Eight and play for the West Regional Final Championship on Saturday. Time now for our out-of-town scores, and let's go through all the Sweet 16 matchups to be played here these next couple days. The other three games being played here tonight, we have the 9-seed Iowa Hawkeyes taking on the 4-seed Nebraska Cornhuskers in one Sweet 16 matchup in the South region. The other one is the 3-seed Illinois Fighting Illini versus the 2-seed Houston Cougars. And that regional final is in Houston, Texas, so the Cougars with a big home court advantage, as there's those three other Big Ten teams there in the regional with them. The other game in the West Regional that we'll be seeing after this Purdue and Texas matchup will take place between the 1-seed Arizona Wildcats and the 4-seed Arkansas Razorbacks. Moving over to tomorrow evening, you have the 5-seed St. John's taking on the number 1-seed Duke in the East region. The other game in the East region, the 2-seed UConn Huskies facing the 3-seed Michigan State Spartans. And in the Midwest region, the 1-seed Michigan Wolverines versus the 4-seed Alabama, and the 2-seed Iowa State taking on the 6-seed Tennessee. When we return to the pregame show, we will have Coach Painter's pregame comments presented by Purdue Federal Credit Union. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Talking on the phone is difficult if you've been exposed to loud noises over time. Combat veterans, factory workers, farmers, gun and motorcycle enthusiasts can have trouble hearing on the telephone. Relay Indiana helps return clarity to your phone conversations. Relay Indiana also provides free loaned equipment to those who qualify. Get the CapTel caption telephone from Relay Indiana. Visit relayindiana.com now.
Success isn't built overnight. It's built by showing up, by being consistent, by the work you do when no one is watching. I'm Matt Painter, head coach of Purdue basketball. You see, for me, it's never just about winning. It's about building relationships, earning trust, and leading with integrity. And that's exactly why I've trusted Purdue Federal Credit Union for the past 20 years. They're built on the same foundation. Purdue Federal Credit Union, official credit union for Purdue fans.
Federally insured by NCAA.
Lafayette Limo, family-owned, women-owned, serving Greater Lafayette for over 33 years. Shuttles to and from Indianapolis and O'Hare airports 365 days a year. Make your reservations now at LafayetteLimo.com. Charters of all sizes anywhere in the continental USA. Lafayette Limo, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
Just sit back and let us drive. There's no need to compromise. Your ride to relaxation. Lafayette Limo.
Hancock County, Indiana, located just 15 minutes from downtown Indianapolis near I-70 and I-465, is open for business. Learn why we are one of the fastest growing communities in Indiana. With access to available land, infrastructure, transportation, and a regional airport, join other national brands like Amazon, Carvana, and Walmart, and discover why we are the best kept secret in central Indiana. This message brought to you by the Hancock County Economic Development Council. Visit us at HancockEDC.com or at 317-477-7241.
Boilermaker fans. Did you know that Flex Technology Group helps leading edge companies get out of the office printer and copying business? We're a legendary company with legendary people and a legendary platform that will help your business improve document workflow and increase business efficiencies. To learn more, visit our website, flextg.com. That's FLEXTG.com.
You've worked hard, and you've got what it takes. Purdue Global was built specifically for working adults, so earning a degree you can be proud of is achievable. If you want to start right away, you can. New terms start every month. If you want to go fast, you can. Some of our degrees offer an accelerated Excel track. If you want to go slow, you can. Our advisors can guide you. Whatever you're balancing, Purdue Global is invested in your success. Now is your chance to prove you've got what it takes. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Welcome back, everyone, to the SAP Center. Tonight, NCAA Sweet 16 action, Purdue and the Texas Longhorns. Let's visit with head coach Matt Painter, get his thoughts on this matchup with the 11-seeded Texas Longhorns. Coach Painter's pregame comments are brought to you by Purdue Federal Credit Union. Purdue Federal Credit Union, the official credit union for Purdue fans. You can find out more by going to purduefed.com. Coach Painter, congratulations on win number 500 as Purdue's head coach in that last win against Miami. There'll be time to reminisce about that after the season. Let's stay focused on the task at hand tonight, and that is Texas. First things first, however, first two rounds of the NCAA tournament, obviously wins or we wouldn't be speaking here today. But what did you like the most from those first two games?
Well, I think obviously, our defense in the second half in the Miami game was way better than it was in the first half of that. We had way too many breakdowns. We weren't quick to stop the basketball and give the necessary help on some drives and some post-ups. We just had to do a better job. It wasn't perfect, obviously, in the second half, but it was much better. Our rotations were better. At that time, we knew they really wanted to go inside. I thought we did a good job on Trey Donaldson. Obviously, the first game's a little bit different in terms of what we could get from an offensive standpoint. They didn't have the size to stop us on the interior, and so we knew if we got the ball in certain positions, we were going to have, a pretty high field goal percentage on the interior. So a little bit different. Obviously, Miami has that kind of size, but I thought we were very, very efficient in our first game. In the second game, we had way too many turnovers. When we didn't turn the ball over, we were efficient, but we just put ourselves in a bad position by having 14 turnovers.
You mentioned size. Certainly Texas has a little bit of that, and their rebounding numbers very similar to Miami, +7 roughly on the season. How big of a deal is it tonight trying to winning that rebound battle against the Longhorns?
It's huge, because in our last game against Miami, they out-rebound us. We only have 4 offensive rebounds. Like we only have, outside of TK and Oscar, we have one guy get 2 rebounds. Nobody got more than 1 rebound. And so, you got to have your guards be able to rebound for you and get those long rebounds, be around the basketball. But it's going to be tough. Modest is a very, very good player. Swain is a very good player. I could go on and on about how good the players are, but both of those guys are good rebounders. Cody's a good rebounder, but they have quickness at the guards that can chase them down. Mark's a guy that can chase the ball down. So that's what we're going to have to match, and that's our goal, to be a better rebounding team in this game than them.
When you look at Texas, and I try to do as objectively as possible as I do with the Boilermakers, it feels like they're two teams that finally hit their stride defensively at the right time of the year, right? Texas wasn't a great defensive team until the NCAA tournament started. Felt like Purdue was struggling on that end of the floor until the Big Ten tournament started. Am I fair in my assessment there that both teams are playing defensively about as well as they played all year?
Yeah, no question about it. And they didn't have a good finish to their season. They get beat in the first round of their tournament. There was no signs pointing to this, but that's what the tournaments are all about. Whether that's your conference tournament, that's the NCAA tournament, whatever it might be, now you get some matchups you like. Now you get some confidence. You kind of keep winning. Texas is the only team in this tournament right now that's won 3 games. So they've been out on the court 3 times. Everybody else has been out on the court twice. And so, you have to give them credit because they've gotten it figured out. And I think once you do that, just like we've done that, now you hope to build confidence and be better in the games going forward.
Coach Painter, thank you. Good luck here tonight.
All right, thank you.
Coach Painter's pregame comments presented by Purdue Federal Credit Union. Purdue Federal Credit Union, proud to be the official credit union of Purdue Athletics. Discover the credit union difference at purduefed.com. 11-seeded Texas, 2nd-seeded Purdue. We're getting closer and closer to the tip. We'll tip at 7:10 Eastern. The Boilermakers and the Longhorns for the right to go to the Elite 8. Before we move further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boilermaker basketball from Learfield. Purdue and Texas. I'm Rob Blackman. My broadcast partner, Bobby Riddell. We'll take a short break. When we come back, Bobby Riddell rejoins me with his keys to the game. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
If you're a true Boilermakers fan, then you know the real season starts before the first game. Same goes for your home field. No matter how you're planning on managing your acreage, Case IH can help you hit the ground running. Mowing, digging, hauling, and more, our machines are built to handle whatever your land demands. Talk to your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Boilermakers to win big at home, season after successful season.
Success isn't built overnight. It's built by showing up, by being consistent, by the work you do when no one is watching. I'm Matt Painter, head coach of Purdue basketball. You see, for me, it's never just about winning. It's about building relationships, earning trust, and leading with integrity. And that's exactly why I've trusted Purdue Federal Credit Union for the past 20 years. They're built on the same foundation. Purdue Federal Credit Union, official credit union for Purdue fans.
Federally insured by NCAA.
Hi, it's Matt Painter, men's basketball coach at Purdue University. I'm proud to be a graduate of the College of Liberal Arts, which continues to innovate with programs like Cornerstone, Degree in 3, and Degree Plus. What I learned in my classes serves me every day. The College of Liberal Arts prepares all Purdue students to think broadly and lead boldly, values that mean a lot to me. I'm grateful for the education I received in the College of Liberal Arts. I encourage you to check out the College of Liberal Arts at Purdue to see where your degree can take you.
At Indiana Packers, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good Indiana kitchen bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents.
We're fans. We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members.
We're Boilermakers.
Our Indiana Packers products like Indiana Kitchen Bacon, Kentucky Legend Ham, and other premium pork products are more than just locally made. They are boiler made.
Indiana Packers is a proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
On the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield, Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products. Get to know us at indianakitchen.com. The tip is moments away. This is Boilermaker Basketball.
Time for the Sweet 16 action. San Jose, California, NCAA West Region. Purdue, the 2 seed. Texas, the 11. For the Boilermakers, their 7th Sweet 16 in the last 9 years. For Texas, their first Sweet 16 since 2008. Let's get keys to the game. What does it take for Purdue to survive and advance? Bobby Riddell, what do you got?
All right, Rob, key number 1. Can either one of these teams have a big-time rebounding performance and dominate the other on the glass? On paper, these teams are practically identical when it comes to rebounding. Texas has a plus 7.2 rebound margin on the season, good for 17th in the country. And our Purdue Boilermakers plus 7 on the season, good for 20th in the country. And even going into the offensive and rebounding and defensive rebounding statistics, they're very eerily similar as well for both these teams on the season. It's going to be really interesting to see, can Purdue bounce back after its poor rebounding performance against Miami? Miami won that game on the glass by 8 over Purdue and was able to do it with a number of offensive rebounds, 14 offensive rebounds for Miami in that game. If Purdue can win the rebound margin in this one decisively, that would put a lot of pressure on the outside shooting of Texas to overcome some of those deficiencies on the glass. Purdue was very good shooting the basketball against Miami, 8 for 14 from 3 and 21 for 22 from the foul line. Super efficient performances shooting the ball for the Boilers. Well, I just brought up the free throws. Which team can win the free throw battle is key number 2. It just so happens, just like these teams are comparable from a rebounding standpoint, they're also comparable from a free throw margin standpoint. Both these teams on the season at roughly +2 from a free throw margin standpoint compared to their opponents. However, they do both go about it in different ways. Texas, they foul a lot, but they also get fouled a lot. They generate a ton of free throws. They have the 7th highest free throw rate in the country per KenPom. Purdue, on the other hand, they don't necessarily live at the foul line, but they also do a tremendous job not fouling their opponents. So we saw the free throw battle play a big part in Purdue's 2nd round win over Miami. Can Purdue win the free throw battle once again? Would be huge for the Boilers. 3rd and final key, can Texas continue their NCAA tournament trend of locking down the opponents from behind the arc? Purdue has shot the ball better than anyone percentage-wise in the country so far in this NCAA tournament, whereas Texas, in their 3 NCAA tournament games, hasn't allowed opponent to make 6 threes or more in a game yet. They've held them all to 6 or under, and on the season, they've done a nice job defending the three-point line, as they have allowed teams just to make 6.8 threes per game. Purdue averaging 9.4 made threes per game on the year and 9 made threes per game during this postseason run of the Big Ten tournament and NCAA tournament. So Purdue really shooting the basketball well. Texas doing a really nice job defending the three. So that's going to be interesting. Fletcher Lawyer in particular for Purdue. My goodness, he has been a marksman since the calendar turned to February, shooting 50% from 3 in February, shooting 50% from 3 in the 6 postseason games for Purdue. So can Purdue find ways to get Fletcher Lawyer the ball? Hopefully we hear Rob Blackman say the word triple time quite a bit here this afternoon.
That wouldn't hurt my feelings. Purdue, for the first 2 games of the NCAA tournament, shooting 58% from 3 as a team. No one in the NCAA tournament has been better. That's it for the pregame show. We're so close to the tip. Purdue and Texas coming up. Starting lineups presented by Saab when we return, and the opening tip-off. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Trey Kaufman-Wren, power forward for Purdue basketball. On the court, my job is to read the defense and make the right decisions to put our team in the best position to win. Off the court, landowners need the same kind of sharp vision and quick thinking to protect their farm and family's legacy. That's where the Halderman companies can help. They study the court, anticipate every move, and help you stay one step ahead when it comes to managing or selling your farm. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
Indiana farmers, building new markets takes time and pays back dividends with long-term demand for your crops. High oleic soybean oil drives new demand for Indiana soybeans to domestic and international markets. Plus, it's a healthier oil, more desirable to customers. Your checkoff is building this demand right here in Indiana. Purdue Athletics is proud to offer their foods prepared in heart-healthy, high oleic soybean oil this season. Learn more about this oil at incornandsoy.org/premiums. This message was funded by Indiana soybean farmers and their checkoff.
At Electric Plus, our mission is simple: to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana. From new construction to modernization, commercial, industrial, and service repair, we lead the way with quality and innovation. We're proud to be locally owned and 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, giving every team member a personal stake in delivering exceptional service. With offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington, we serve our communities with pride, offering 24/7 emergency coverage when it matters most. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. And always, boiler up.
You've worked hard, and you've got what it takes. Purdue Global was built specifically for working adults, so earning a degree you can be proud of is achievable. If you want to start right away, you can. New terms start every month. If you want to go fast, you can. Some of our degrees offer an accelerated Excel track. If you want to go slow, you can. Our advisors can guide you. Whatever you're balancing, Purdue Global is invested in your success. Now is your chance to prove you've got what it takes. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
On the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield, Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by University Bookstore, the official textbook provider for Purdue Athletics and home to the original Purdue Pete. Live from SAP Center in San Jose, California, the Boilermakers, the Longhorns. It's the Sweet 16.
And with that, let's get to the starting lineups presented by Saab, keeping people and society safe. Game time decision was Jordan Pope, the starting point guard for the Texas Longhorns. Looks like the decision has been made. He, for the moment, listed in the starting lineup. Texas 21-14 on the year. They finished 9-9 in the SEC. They're an 11 seed, and Pope's the first one we'll talk about. Jordan Pope, the 6'1 senior, 1,800 career points for Pope, originally out of Oakley, California. Played his first 2 seasons at Oregon State before transferring to play as a junior and senior at Texas. He was good against Gonzaga in their last NCAA tournament. 17 points for Jordan Pope. Joining him in the backcourt, the lefty Tremont Mark, 6'5", 210, a sixth-year player, grad student out of Dickinson, Texas. Played 3 years at Houston, then transferred to Arkansas, played 1 year there, and now this is his second season at Texas. Tremont Mark, over 1,900 career points, 650 rebounds. He averages 13.5 points a game. The forwards are Dalen Swain, a 6'8" junior from Columbus, Ohio, a transfer from Xavier. He made the move when Sean Miller came over to coach Texas, coming from Cincinnati, Xavier University. Swain is their leading scorer, 17 points a game. He had 11.6 assists against the Zags last time out. Camden Heide at a forward. We're familiar with Cam out of Minnesota. Was at Purdue for 3 years before transferring this season to play in Austin. Cam's averaging 5.9 points a game and shooting an impressive 46% from three. No surprise there. The center, Matas Vokataitis, 7-foot sophomore, 255-pounder from Lithuania. Started his career at Florida Atlantic. That's where he was last year, where he was all AAC freshman team and the freshman of the year. Now playing for the Longhorns and averaging an impressive 15.7 points and 7.2 rebounds a game. Texas coached by Sean Miller. Last year he had been at Xavier. He's also coached at Arizona. This is his first season at Texas, his 21st season as a head coach. Sean Miller is 2-1 all time against the Boilermakers. Speaking of the Boilermakers, the 2 seed who is 29-8 on the year coming in. Here's how they will go. Same starting lineup they've used all year, and that includes C.J. Cox, who was injured last game. He's back in the lineup. But it looks like this. Braden Smith, 6-foot senior out of Westfield, 14 points a game from Braden, who is coming off a 12.8 assist, 8 turnover performance against Miami last Sunday. Joining him in the backcourt, Fletcher Lawyer. Fletch had 24 points against Miami last Sunday. The 6'5" senior from Fort Wayne, the all-time leading three-point shooter in the history of Purdue basketball. C.J. Cox, I just mentioned him. He's going to give it a go with that sore right knee. The sophomore from Lexington, Massachusetts, who had 11 points against Miami last Sunday. At forward, Trey Kaufman-Wren, 6'9", 240-pound redshirt senior. Last Sunday against the Canes, 19 points, 9 rebounds. He went to Silver Creek High School, did Trey Kaufman-Wren. And at center, Oscar Clough, the 6'11", fifth-year senior from Sunshine Coast, Australia. Clough averaging 10.5 points, 7.5 rebounds a game. The head coach of the Boilermakers, Matt Painter, in his 21st season as the head coach of the Boilermakers. We mentioned it a couple of times in the broadcast already. Coach Painter winning his 500th game as a Purdue head coach last Sunday with the win over the Miami Hurricanes. Our three-man officiating crew for this one: Bert Smith, Randy Richardson, and Jeb Hartness. Texas, because they're the 11th seed, they're the designated visiting team, so they wear the dark uniforms, burnt orange uni with white numerals and lettering front and back. It reads Texas in white in capital block lettering across the chest. Purdue wearing the same uniform they've worn for every NCAA tournament game so far. It's the white script uniforms, the throwbacks, the Rick Mounts, we like to call them. White uniform, white shorts. It says Purdue in cursive across the chest in black, with black numerals front and back with old gold trim. Pretty nice crowd on hand here at the SAP Center. A lot of Purdue fans in the building already. This building seats 19,000. I wouldn't say we're at capacity right now, but we may certainly get there because still one more game to come tonight. The second game of the night has Arizona facing off against Arkansas. Arizona, the #1 seed here in the West region. Well, there's Jordan Pope. That answers the question for Texas, and there's C.J. Cox for Purdue. That answers the question for Purdue. The two guys that were injured are going to play, at least in the starting lineup here. Cox is wearing a white full-length sleeve on the right leg. That's something new for him.
Well, you never want to see injuries at any point of the season, but certainly not in the NCAA tournament. So great to see both these guys healthy.
Clough to jump it up against Vogatitis. Clough tips the ball to our right, which is handled by Purdue's Braden Smith, who will now go right to left. And we are underway. SAP Center. We're in San Jose, California, and this is the NCAA tournament Sweet 16. Man-to-man early from Texas with Heidi guarding Lawyer. How about that matchup? And a foul away from the ball. Braden Smith was trying to cut to the bucket, and Tremont Mark was holding him. An early foul on Tremont Mark, who averages 13 a game for Texas. Purdue will inbound on the sideline. On the baseline. Baseline left.
A big early call there, Mark. Very important to this team. If he picks up a second here early, put Sean Miller in a bind.
Trigger man Braden Smith getting it into Lawyer. Catch and shoot three. Left corner. Bullseye with Cam Heidi trailing the play. That's how Purdue starts the game. A bullseye from Fletcher Lawyer. Purdue leads 3-0.
Oh, Fletcher Lawyer has been red hot here from long range. 50% from three here in the postseason.
We have played 35 seconds here in San Jose. Texas the ball with Swain dribbling to the high right arc and stopping. Ball above his head, feeding Pope between the rings. Swing it left side to Heidi. Shot clock at 10. Back to Pope. Working off a screen. Working his way to the left elbow extended. Coming downhill. Shooting a wild floater and missing. C.J. Cox a rebound for the Boilermakers. Purdue right to left in the white uniforms. We played 1 minute in San Jose. Left block extended, a catch for Kaufman-Wren. Here comes the double team. Throws out of the double team to Clough, who goes strong to the bucket but missed the shot. Got his own rebound. Kicks it to Lawyer for a triple time. Clough missed the bunny, got his own rebound, feeds Lawyer from the high right arc, and Purdue leads 6-0.
Oh, how about that? Oscar gets hammered at the rim by Cam Heidi. They missed the call, and it works in Purdue's favor with the kick-out three.
Tremont Mark a three, right wing good. Tremont Mark answers for Texas. He's a 32% three-point shooter. Purdue leads 6-3.
Mark not one of those elite catch-and-shoot type players from long range, but there, with the short closeout by Lawyer, he makes Purdue pay.
Lawyer's at the top of the key, throws it left elbow, a catch for Clough, who'll pivot off of his left foot. Dribble handoff to Braden Smith, back to Clough on a give and go and a steal. Tremont Mark stole the give and go pass. First turnover of the game on Purdue. Tennessee the ball. Mark at the free throw line extended, just pass to the high left arc to Pope. Now top of the key, Vokatitis. He'll give to Heidi. Heidi's between the circles, just pass right wing to Swain, into Vokatitis. He's on the right block and he's double teamed. Dribbles out of trouble, has the pass tipped, but it's somehow picked up by Texas. Deep three for Heidi. He's way out there. Cam Heidi on the left arc. He had to shoot it from 35 feet because the shot clock was expiring. He misses the shot. Purdue has the rebound. Kaufman-Wren double teamed. Gets it to Lawyer, a three left wing. That one's no good. And a foul away from the ball going against Vokatitis, trying to clear out rebounding space. An early foul on Matas Vokatitis, the 7-footer. Purdue missed the shot. Texas would have had the rebound, but a foul against Texas will give the ball right back to the Boilermakers.
Well, Texas showing they're going to double team Trey Kaufman-Wren early and often, but that's a dangerous game you're playing because Lawyer had a super clean look right there left wing.
Purdue has to recognize. Here's a three in the corner from Lawyer. That one's no good. He's 2 for 4. That one right corner off an inbound play. Tremont Marker rebound. Texas is running. Heidi a three in transition. Short from the left arc. Rebounded by Swain. Out to Mark for a three. Nearly an air ball pulled off the front of the rim by C.J. Cox of Purdue. Here comes Braden Smith pushing tempo right to left. Throwing it inside to Clough. He attacks Vokatitis on the right block. Spins to the right shoulder. Shoots with the left hand and misses. Fights for the rebound, but it's pulled out of there by Dalen Swain of Texas. Longhorns pushing in their burnt orange uniforms. 16:56 to go in the first half. Purdue leading 6-3 thanks to 2 threes from Fletcher Lawyer. Pope, left elbow, pivots, throws it left block. Caught here by Vokatitis, who's fouled on a double team. Fletcher Lawyer was coming over on the weak side. Tried to sneak in behind him, but slapped him on the forearm. Foul on Lawyer. 16:45 to go. Heidi coming out of the game, and Nick Cody, a 6'8 sophomore from Dallas, is subbing in for Texas.
Well, when Purdue hasn't turned it over, they've been getting quality looks. Unfortunate that Clough wasn't able to convert that last one.
Swain is in the left corner. Clough is guarding him with 15 on the shot clock. He'll shoot a step back three from the left corner. He will miss, but it's rebounded by Vokatitis, who dunks it home. That's what Matas Vokatitis can do. He can gobble up rebounds. His putback makes it Purdue 6, Texas 5.
With the cross match there, Oscar Clough out on the perimeter contesting the Swain three, and that left Vokatitis underneath the basket with lack of size for the Boilers.
Here's a three on the right arc. Braden Smith, it is missed. Rebounded by C.J. Cox at the right elbow. elbow, and he'll make the shot. CJ got a rebound at the right elbow, was left open, so he said, what the heck, I'll fire away. Purdue leads 8-5.
Nice to see Purdue active here on the offensive glass. CJ wastes no time there on the mid-range pull-up at the right elbow.
Here's Jordan Pope between the circles. Chest pass right wing. Swain dribble handoff, gives it here to Tremont Mark. Off a screen, Vocatitis to the top of the key. Tremont Mark left elbow rises, fires and scores. The left-handed Tremont Mark is a marksman. 8-7. Purdue the lead. 15:40 to go first half.
Purdue wants to high hedge as much as possible to not allow guys like Mark to get into the mid-range. Coach Luss not happy that Purdue didn't get a good high hedge out there, and that drop coverage allowed Mark to get to his comfortable pull-up.
Braden Smith snake dribbles to the foul line, keeps coming downhill, gets into the painted area, lost the ball but got it back. Purdue keeps the possession. Here's a CJ Cox fall-away jumper, right wing, 12-footer. Tough shot for CJ as he was falling backwards. Purdue leads 10-7.
That was an extremely tough shot, CJ Cox. He faked like he was going to go left and ripped the right seam, and he had that step back going to his right. That was pure.
Pope, topside Cody, dribbles with the right hand once, wants to feed the post, gets it into Vocatitis, left block extended, spins to the rim he goes and scores with the left hand. Nice spin move to the baseline. Vocatitis, he has 4 points. Purdue leads 10-9.
What a spin baseline there. He is an extremely talented player, and if he's given one-on-one opportunities like that situation there, he's going to score a lot. Purdue's got to bring that help quickly.
CJ Cox, right elbow, shooting again, hitting again. CJ Cox, 3 in a row. Stop me if you've heard that before. 6 points for Cox. Purdue leads 12-9.
I think that right knee looks just fine there, Robert.
Swain to the left arc on a dribble, on a handoff to Pope. He'll take it to dribble to the March Madness logo. Coming downhill, Swain to the right elbow, hesitates, now keeps coming, kick it out high. Cody, is he going to shoot to 3? No, decided against it to Pope, who will shoot to 3, and he'll knock it home. Jordan Pope looks healthy as well. 37% three-point shooter. We're tied at 12.
How about that? The guys who were questionable coming into this game, both making an impact. CJ on the mid-range, Pope on the dribble handoff 3.
Braden Smith, right elbow, in and out, and in again. They got a friendly bounce. Did Braden Smith for his first field goal. Purdue leads 14-12. 13:40 to go in the half. These two teams could use a timeout here. Both teams are tired. We haven't had a break in the action since we have gotten going. We have a media timeout due for these two teams if we can get a break. Swain between the rings. Left side will feed it to Cody outside of the arc. Dribble hand off to Pope. Pope deep outside the arc. Back to Cody. Cody to the top of the key, feeding Tremont Mark. Shooting a 3 straight away. Good. Tremont Mark, his second made 3. Texas leads 15-14.
Well, that's high degree of difficulty there from Mark. Coming off the dribble handoff right into his shooting motion. Doesn't even take a dribble. But when a guy sees some balls go down early, they can start to make those more difficult looks.
13-minute mark first half, 1 point. Texas lead 15-14. Fletcher Lawyer banking a shot up there that's no good. Rebounded Mark of Texas. They're out in transition. Mark will drive, shoot a left-handed layup and score. 10 points already for Tremont Mark against a 13-point average. 17-14 Texas. 12:35 to go first half. These two teams right now just kind of trying to hang in there, desperately wanting that media timeout. Braden Smith falling away right baseline, in and out, no good. Rebounded Kaufman-Renn, who put it back in with a right-handed hook shot.
Wow, Purdue's had a lot of shots rattle around the basket. Braden, one of his went in. That one rattles out. Thankfully, Kaufman-Renn right there to put it back in with his right hook.
Texas 17, Purdue 16. 12-minute mark, and we still haven't had our 16-minute media timeout. Cody, a straightaway 3, made it. Purdue backed off of him. It's only his second made 3 of the season. He had been 1 for 13 before that one. Texas leads 20-16.
Wow, what a shot there for Cody, given the fact Purdue not guarding him.
Kaufman-Renn against Cody, left block, leaning in, shooting, and scoring with another right-handed hook shot, with Vocatitis coming over from weak side help to try to block it.
Well, both these teams have struggled defensively this year, and defense optional so far.
And again, I can't get over the fatigue right now from both of these clubs. We've gone over 8 minutes without a break. Deep three, left arc, no good. Rebounded Trey Kaufman-Wren. Shot missed by Pope. Purdue right to left in the right uniforms with 11:13 to go. Braden Smith picked up by Cody. Left arc. Throws it left block extended. Kaufman-Wren. Here comes the double team. Feeds Cox in the right corner. His triple is short. Rebounded by Jordan Pope of Texas. Jamon Mark quickly over the timeline, left to right in the burnt orange uniform. A lob for Vocatitis, catches on the right block, went strong and was fouled, they say, by Oscar Clough, and we finally get a timeout on the floor, our first one of the game at the 10:48 mark. We nearly played 10 minutes without a commercial timeout. It's Texas 20, Purdue 18. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Success isn't built overnight. It's built by showing up, by being consistent, by the work you do when no one is watching. I'm Matt Painter, head coach of Purdue basketball. You see, for me, it's never just about winning. It's about building relationships, earning trust, and leading with integrity. And that's exactly why I've trusted Purdue Federal Credit Union for the past 20 years. They're built on the same foundation. Purdue Federal Credit Union, official credit union for Purdue fans.
Federally insured by NCAA.
Your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent is there to help guide you through each step of the insurance process.
Yeah, my agent's awesome. Jeff gives great advice, helps me figure things out. He's kind of like a dad to me.
Oh, that's great. Your agent
He's just got such a dad vibe, you know?
Sure. And your agent
I kind of want to get him a tie. I wish there was like an insurance agent's day or something, you know, because he's not really my dad.
Get to know an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and you'll never have to go it alone. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Let's insurance together.
University Bookstore, the official textbook provider for Purdue Athletics and home of the original Purdue Pete. Announce the return of 3-Point Thursdays. When the men play, win or lose, you score on every three-pointer. You can save up to 39% off your purchase. Get set to save with Purdue men's basketball with 3-Point Thursdays. 2 locations, State Street and across from Mackey Arena. Save at University Bookstore.
This is Oscar Clough, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
This broadcast of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship is authorized under broadcast rights granted by the NCAA through Westwood One. It is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. And the bad news for the players, you went 9 minutes, 12 seconds without a break. Good news, Nick's Dead Ball will have another commercial timeout because now we're behind on media timeouts. It's 20-18. Texas leads Purdue by 2. Texas will be at the foul line when we resume action. Matas Vocatitis, the sophomore from Lithuania, transfer from FAU, a 67% foul shooter, will be foul line right. Purdue has subbed in Jakari Harris, the 6'3 sophomore from Atlanta, and Jack Benter, the 6'6 redshirt freshman from Brownstown, Indiana.
Vocatitis, very familiar with the spot on the floor, has shot 278 free throws this season.
And makes this one 5 in the game for Vocatitis, and another timeout on the floor. I told you we had another one coming. It's 21-18 Texas. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Purdue Polytechnic, we don't just study technology, we build the future with it. From flight decks to design studios, from data labs to construction sites. Our students are hands-on, industry-ready, and powered by Purdue's persistent pursuit of innovation. This is where innovators, creators, and problem solvers make giant leaps every day. Purdue Polytechnic, the college for technology at Purdue University, where graduates are industry-ready day one. The Tom Wood Auto Group has been family-owned and operated since 1967. proudly serving Indiana drivers for generations. With over a dozen brands and thousands of vehicles in stock, you'll find the right car, truck, or SUV for your next adventure, all backed by a name you can trust. Wherever you visit us, you'll find the same commitment to quality, integrity, and exceptional service. Visit TomWood.com for any of our convenient locations today. It's all good at Tom Wood. Indiana farmers, building new markets takes time and pays back dividends with long-term demand for your crops. High oleic soybean oil drives new demand for Indiana soybeans to domestic and international markets. Plus, it's a healthier oil, more desirable to customers. Your checkoff is building this demand right here in Indiana. Purdue Athletics is proud to offer their foods prepared in heart-healthy, high oleic soybean oil this season. Learn more about this oil at incornandsoy.org/premiums. This message was funded by Indiana's soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Whether doing chores on your small farm or improving the landscaping around your home, you'll have everything you need with a Bobcat tractor. Chase Weaver here with Bobcat of Lafayette. Our powerful, easy-to-use tractors designed with multiple platforms deliver industry-leading performance to make those long days seem short. Offering numerous attachments and implement possibilities, there is no job our compact tractor can't be suited for. Visit Bobcat of Lafayette for product availability, pricing, and financing details. Bobcat, we're one tough animal.
Purdue men's basketball postseason is sponsored by BW Fusion. We know the challenges farmers face. We're here to help you win. Our biological and crop nutrition products built on data and designed to drive maximum profitability from every acre. BW Fusion, less in, more out. This is how we farm now. Rob Blackman with Bobby Riddell. We're courtside here in San Jose at the SAP Center. Sun's still shining outside here. As in the Pacific time zone, it's just 4:27 in the afternoon. From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. When we resume, back to the line will step Matas Vokatitis, freshman of the year last year in the AAC while playing for Florida Atlantic University. Number to watch early in this game, Texas is 4 of 9 from 3, Purdue 2 of 6. This year, Texas shooting 35% from 3 as a team.
Both teams have made 8 field goals, but the Longhorns, a couple more triple times for them compared to the Boilers.
Simeon Wilcher, junior out of Plainfield, New Jersey, transfer from St. John's, 6'4", has subbed in for Texas. Logan Titus missed the second foul shot, missed badly off the left side of the rim, and it's rebounded by Kaufman-Renn. You might know Wilcher's older brother, CJ. He played at Nebraska. And Xavier. Kaufman-Renn faces up against Vokatitis, attacks him from the right block and scores with a right-hand bank shot. Trey went right at him. 6 points for Trey Kaufman-Renn against a 14-point average. Purdue trails 21-20.
This smaller lineup with TKR at the 5, they can clear space for TKR to drive. Vokatitis did just there.
Swain drives in from the left block and wipe off the bucket. A charging foul. Jack Benter got himself to the block before Swain did, and he draws the charging foul. Dalen Swain with a charge. Jack Benter slid over and took the punishment.
Wow, that's a huge play there. Jack Benter coming over from the weak side, and he was there in plenty of time. Nice job by JB to get set outside the charge arc.
Kendall Weaver, 6'3" senior from Arlington, Texas, has just subbed in for the Longhorns. Purdue trailing by 1 with the ball at the 10:07 mark in his first half. Pocket pass, Kaufman-Renn floater, good over the outstretched arms of Nick Cody. 8 early points for Kaufman-Renn. Purdue now leads 22-21. Weaver left arc. He's guarded by Benter. Wants to give it to Cody, who's between the circles. Dribbles, wants to give to Mark. Tremar Mark, guarded by Jakari Harris. Gets himself coming downhill, right side of the painted area. Score the basket and a foul. Tough shot by Mark and a foul to boot on Purdue's Jakari Harris. This will be an and one opportunity here for Tremar Mark, who already has 12 points.
It was a stress of this Purdue coaching staff not fouling Tremont Mark on his mid-range shots. Right there, Jakari Harris just got caught underneath of him.
He's a 75% foul shooter, but he left the foul shot short. Rebounded by Purdue's Trey Kaufman-Wren. Texas 23, Purdue 22 at the 9:30 mark. We're in the first half in San Jose. Here's Braden Smith, left arc with Chamon Arc, a mark all over him. Now Braden Smith got himself between the rings. Now he's coming downhill, left side of the bucket. Reverse right-handed layup. He blew right past Nick Cody. And a timeout taken by Texas. Purdue getting anything they want offensively right now, and Sean Miller realizes it and takes a timeout. We'll take one as well. Purdue 24, Texas 23, 9:16 to go here in the first half in San Jose in Sweet 16 action. The 2025 Purdue basketball season presented by Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. We'll take a break. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine. At Indiana Packers, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good Indiana kitchen bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents.
We're fans. We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members. We're boilermakers.
Our Indiana Packers products like Indiana Kitchen Bacon, Kentucky Legend Ham, and other premium pork products are more than just locally made. They are boiler made.
Indiana Packers is a proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up the shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
You've worked hard, and you've got what it takes. Purdue Global was built specifically for working adults, so earning a degree you can be proud of is achievable. If you want to start right away, you can. New terms start every month. If you want to go fast, you can. Some of our degrees offer an accelerated Excel track. If you want to go slow, you can. Our advisors can guide you. Whatever you're balancing, Purdue Global is invested in your success. Now is your chance to prove you've got what it takes. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
This is CJ Cox, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
Westwood One and the Varsity Network bring you every moment of March all the way to Indianapolis. For the hometown call you love, the only place to stream your team's broadcast all postseason is the Varsity Network app. Download the free Varsity Network app today. That's where you can hear myself and Bobby Riddell. I'm Rob Blackman. We're courtside with engineer Wes Scott. And we're in San Jose, and this is the Sweet 16. Already 8 early points for Trey Kaufman-Wren. He's now 5 points away from tying Vince Edwards for the 24th all-time leading scorer in the history of Purdue basketball. Omer Myers subbed in for the Boilermakers, the freshman from Tel Aviv, Israel, 6'4", averaging 5.6 points a game. Texas the ball left to right. They're wearing burnt orange. Purdue's in white. And Texas the ball here. Kendall Weaver on a dribble handoff to Wilcher. Now it goes high side into the hands of Swain. Swain's to the right elbow. Stops with Braden Smith on it. Can't get far left wing to Kendall Weaver. Almost threw it away, but rescued just before going to half court by Wilcher with a shot clock down to 10. Wilcher's near midcourt. Left side chest pass Tremont Mark. Omer Meyer guards him. And a step back deep three is no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Purdue's Braden Smith. Here come the Boilermakers. Braden Smith, right block, stops, pivots out of trouble to feed C.J. Harris, who goes all the way in from the right wing and dunks it with his right hand. C.J. Harris in a hurry. Jakari Harris, I beg your pardon, not C.J. Harris. Jakari Harris all the way in with a right-handed dunk. Here's a deep three, in and out, rattles in and out, missed by Kendall Weaver of the Boilermakers, by Texas, rebounded by the Boilermakers, Omer Meyer. Boy, Jakari caught me off guard. I literally was flat-footed like the Texas defense. He just came in swooping from the right arc and dunked it with his right hand as no one stopped him. Omer Meyer, a three on the left arc. In and out, no good. Rebounded Swain of Texas. Purdue leads 26-23. Here come the Longhorns. Swain to the rim. Right block. Bank shot. No, but no one boxed off Kendall Weaver, who dunks it home on an offensive rebound. Purdue 26, Texas 25.
Well, Purdue got a really nice look with the inside-out action when they doubled TKR. Meyer on that left wing, not able to connect, and then don't get the rebound balance in transition.
Trey Kaufman-Renn, free throw line extended, going right at Cody and scoring with a left-handed scoop shot. How about Trey into his bag with a left-handed layup, scooping it up and in. Purdue up 28-25.
Well, they could not check TKR in this kind of lineup when he's got the space, but how about TKR, a little fake spin and then go back to the left.
Swain off a screen from Cody at the top of the key. Dribbles his way right side to give the ball to Mark. Tremont Mark perimeter right. Kick it left side. Here's a deep three on the way. That one missed badly by Weaver. Rebounded off the front of the iron by Purdue's Omer Meyer. 7 minutes to go first half. The Boilermakers the ball. Purdue a 3-point lead against the 11-seeded Longhorns out of the SEC. Braden Smith dribbling between the circles. Cody is on him. Attacking Cody. And he got himself to the right block. Had it knocked out of his hands. Last touch by Texas. Purdue ball when we come back to San Jose. 6:45 on the clock. Timeout on the floor. Purdue 28, Texas 25. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Winter got you cooped up inside looking for some fun? Then grab the new 7 scratch-offs from the Hoosier Lottery. With instant fun and prizes up to $570,000. It's the perfect way to brighten these winter days. So put down the puzzles, try on a fresh pair of sweatpants, and come out to play Indiana with the new 7 scratch-offs from the Hoosier Lottery. Champions of play. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
At Electric Plus, our mission is simple: to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana. From new construction to modernization, commercial, industrial, and service repair, we lead the way with quality and innovation. We're proud to be locally owned and 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, giving every team member a personal stake in delivering exceptional service. With offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington, we serve our communities with pride, offering 24/7 emergency coverage when it matters most. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. And always, boiler up.
Your car survived snowstorms and salty streets. Now it deserves a little March maintenance. Get your first wash free at Tsunami Express Car Wash, featuring our signature Tsunami Salt Blaster. After your wash, use free vacuums, detailing tools, and complimentary tire air to tackle everything winter left behind. Sign up online and your first wash is free. Claim your free wash at TsunamiExpress.com. That's a $25 value, free. Wash, chill, repeat. Tsunami Express, proud partner of Purdue Athletics.
Purdue 28, Texas 25 with 6:45 to go first half. Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the SiriusXM app. Purdue is just 2-4 all-time against Texas. Although you might remember the last time these two teams tangled, round of 32 in Milwaukee, Purdue beat Texas 81-71. That was back in 2022. Allowed Purdue to move on to the Sweet 16. With Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, you've got a dedicated agent, not a complicated process. Find an agent today at infb.com. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, let's insurance together. Purdue will break the huddle, having possession of the ball, baseline left. With Purdue attacking the basket, 2 hour left as we sit courtside directly across from the Purdue bench. Oscar Clough back on the floor for the moment, replacing Trey Kaufman-Renn. And Braden Smith will be the inbounder here for the Boilermakers. Has to throw it way out high where it's caught by Jack Benter and Cam Heide guarding him. Heide, of course, the former Boilermaker. Benter a three on the deep left arc. In and out, no good. Clough had it, lost it, and then it's pulled away, and then a foul on Jakari Harris. It was pulled away by Wilcher. Jakari tried to reach in there and take it back. That'd be 2 fouls on Jakari Harris. So C.J. Cox will get up off of the bench, replace him. Jordan Pope is back in for Texas.
Purdue was ever so close there to gathering that offensive rebound, and Jack was also close to making that three. We had a good angle at it. It was right on line, just a little bit short there, late clock.
Swain, right arc, 3 steps off of it, feeding Heide, who's near the midcourt logo. Back right side to Wilcher, outside of the arc by a step. Now to Heide, he'll swing at left wing, Jordan Pope. This is Vokatitis. Middle of the paint, shoots a right-handed hook shot. It is no good. It is a man's battle for the rebound, and somehow Jack Benter came out of there with it for Purdue. And then Benter running the floor to the other end, lost the ball out of bounds. Omer Meyer tried to feed it to him in transition, but the pass was just off of the fingertips. Out of bounds, gives it right back to Texas. Apparently it's every man for himself under the bucket here tonight. That last rebound there was literally a fist fight between players on both sides.
It really was. I thought Oscar did a great job there with his individual defense on Vokatitis.
Here's Vokatitis on the left arc, giving the ball to Swain, who uses a screen from Vokatitis. Little screen and roll action here. Now Vokatitis top of the key to Wilcher. Wilcher perimeter right, back to Vokatitis, back to Wilcher. Wilcher gets to 15 feet, keeps coming downhill. Kick it left corner to Swain. Now Texas going to swing it around here to Pope on the right arc. Pope, a contested three, good. Jack Benter was on him, but Pope made an extremely difficult shot to tie the game at 28.
That was extremely difficult. His ability to shot fake, take one dribble to his left and clear just enough space from Jack Benter to get that three off. He is a very microwave type scorer with his ability to shoot off the dribble.
5:15 to go in his first half. Braden Smith a three on the right wing. It's in and out, no good. Clough fights for it and will have a held ball. Heide and Clough fighting for the loose ball. Rebound, possession arrow favors Texas. Fletcher Lawyer's going to come back into the game. So's Trey Kaufman-Wren. Jack Benter goes to the bench, and Braden Smith gets his first break of the evening at the 5:07 mark of the first half.
It's going to be a big stretch here with Omer Meyer running the show. Needs to give Purdue some quality production at the point.
Vokatitis, high right arc, a handoff to Mark, who'll give it to Swain. Swain on a screen from Heide, working his way to the left arc now. Swain wants to attack Kaufman-Wren. Left block extended, keeps coming. Kick it out for a Pope three on an in and out. It's no good. Good look for Pope, but he left it a little bit long, and the rebound tracked down in front of the Purdue bench by Trey Kaufman-Wren.
Omer Meyer dodged a bullet there, got caught ball watching a little bit as Kaufman-Wren had great individual defense.
Omer Meyer's at 15 feet. He's going to pull the trigger. He's going to knock it in. Omer Meyer says, Bob, quit worrying about my defense. His first scoring of the game, Omer Meyer, gives Purdue a 30-28 lead.
Omer's like, Pope missed that three, right, Bob? Come on, I'm coming right back with a mid-range game.
Pope dribbling with the right hand, shouting instructions on the midcourt logo to Swain. A chest pass to the right arc, gives it right back to Pope. Now driving in Heide. Heide at 15 feet, kick it out to Pope. Throws it inside Vokatitis. Here comes the double team. Knocked away by Lawyer, but picked up by Vokatitis. Now Vokatitis attacks, shoots, misses on a weak side rebound. Swain put it in. Purdue missed a weak side block out on Dalen Swain. His first scoring of the game. Purdue 30, Texas 28. That score right?
I think it should be 30-30.
Yeah, it should be 30-30. They haven't changed the score here. A three, Omer Meyer, right arc. No good off the dribble. Long rebound, C.J. Cox. Left arc three for C.J. No good. Rebounded Cam Heide of Texas. Here comes Pope on the run to Heide. Fakes a three, left arc. Gives back to Pope, right arc. We're down to 3:20 to go in the first half. We're tied at 30 here with Purdue and Texas. Vokatitis tries to back down Clough, left. He stepped into a double team, and he's called for a foul. Vokatitis stepped into a double team from Cox, hit Cox in the face with an elbow, And for the moment, an offensive foul has been called against Matas Vokatitis, and the officials say they want to take a second look at the monitor. Might this be upgraded here? Timeout on the floor with 3:13 to go in this opening half. Vokatitis caught the ball, left block extended. He did not see C.J. Cox sneaking in from the blind eye to double down on the ball. And at the last second, when Vokatitis realized what was going on, he pivoted right into literally the face of C.J. Cox and knocked him on the ground. Foul on Vokatitis is his second, with a score tied at 30, a timeout on the floor. Purdue fans, your new favorite podcast has arrived. Check out For Pete's Sake, presented by Tom Wood Group. It's the official podcast of Purdue Athletics. Myself and Joey Molinaro, your hosts, with new episodes available on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and the Purdue Sports app. Visit purduesports.com/podcast to learn more.
Well, based on the ferocity that Vokatitis launches this elbow towards C.J. Cox and he connects, I would think this has to be upgraded to a flagrant 1. And honestly, probably not going to go to a flagrant 2, but there was a lot. There looked like some malicious intent behind that way he fired that elbow towards C.J.
Looking to buy, sell, or build a home, but don't know where to start? Call trusted agents at Trueblood Real Estate, the official real estate partner of Purdue Athletics. They have shown the replay here on the center-hung scoreboard at the SAP Center. You may have heard some groans from the crowd in the background when everyone had a chance to see that elbow to the face. C.J. Cox, ouch. Purdue is out rebounding Texas 16-12. Both teams have 2 turnovers, but Purdue's only 2 of 11 from 3. Texas is 5 of 14 from 3. That's a huge difference maker right now in a game that's tied at 30.
Yeah, you're right. Purdue was getting busy in the paint, whether that was Trey Kaufman-Wren or Braden Smith on some drives, Jakari Harris on a drive, but unfortunately when they've had some decent looks from 3, just not been able to make them. We've missed our last 9 actually.
9 in a row.
Yeah, Fletch made the first 2 of the game, and it's been 9 straight misses from 3. So I guess if you're a Purdue fan, you're thankful you're still tied in this game, considering how poorly you've shot from 3 here to close this half. But could be getting 2 free throws in the ball here, which would be a potential great start to closing the half the right way.
A couple of things we talked about in the pregame show if you joined us. Texas is only allowing the opposition 25% shooting from 3 in the NCAA tournament. Remember, Texas has played 3 tournament games because they had to play in the first 4. But in those 3 games, the opposition just 25% from 3. On the flip side, Purdue came in the #1 3-point shooting team in the NCAA tournament. Through 2 games, Purdue had been 58% from 3 in 2 tournament games. Right now, Purdue 2 of 11. The officials are still having a long discussion here about what direction this might go. Nothing else is giving Braden Smith added time to rest over there on that Purdue bench, getting his first break of the game. Braden, the NCAA's all-time leader in career assists. He broke that record against Queens University in St. Louis in the opening round NCAA tournament game. As the discussion with our 3-man officiating crew, Bert Smith, Randy Richardson, and Jeb Hartness, continues. And again, everyone waiting for a decision to be rendered. Are they going back to the monitor again, Bob?
I don't know. It does look like they're maybe taking one more look. And here we are going to get some information, I think, here.
Maybe. Now officials are going to speak to each bench. We'll try to read the body language here, because we still have not had an announcement made to the crowd nor the radio crew. Boy, this game, which was moving along so quickly, is ground to a halt now. Now they're having trouble with the public address system to tell us what's going on. We're trying to listen here too, and listen in here too, fans.
Are they calling a foul on OC?
If so, that would be his second.
I didn't realize they were able to re-officiate the play.
Well, Fletcher Loyer will be the one shooting foul shots here. All by his lonesome, foul line left. An 87% foul shooter, 87.2 to be exact, made the first. 7 points in the game for Fletcher. Daniel Jacobson has just subbed in, the 7'4" sophomore from Chicago. Loyer made both foul shots. So did we have a foul on Clough, a foul on Vokatitis?
Looks like maybe a common foul on Clough, and then a dead ball flagrant one on Vokatitis, I believe is what was rendered.
Well, this couldn't.
And now the officials are trying to determine who actually gets the basketball
here.
Ball.
It's 32-30 is the score. Now the officials, we can see them, they're asking one another, should it be Purdue's ball? And finally, Jeb Hartness, the third official, says yes, it should be Purdue's ball. He had the final say. So after all of that, 2 fouls on Oscar Clough, we believe. 2 on Vokatitis. We'll confirm in a moment. Purdue 32-30 lead. Purdue the ball. Back to action, right to left for the Boilermakers at the 3-minute mark. Loyer a 3-point right. Good. Another triple time. Fletcher Loyer, his third triple of the game. Purdue's up 35-30.
Well, they weren't guarding Daniel Jacobson on the perimeter, so when Loyer sprints off that screen, Daniel's man's not there to show, and it allowed Loyer the catch and shoot opportunity.
Jamon Mark drives to the right elbow, tries to float it out to Heidi in the right corner. To Pope now, who's swinging it left side to Swain. 2:35 in his opening half. Here's Pope between the rings. Works his way right elbow. Throws it to Swain, who's coming downhill, and he threw it away. He tried a no-look pass to his teammate Cody, and he threw it out of bounds, baseline right. Cody's like, what are you doing, man? You were 2 feet away from me, and you threw me a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. And back into the game comes Purdue's Braden Smith. By the way, to confirm our last foul situation, a cylinder foul was called on Oscar Clough. That's why he picked up his second foul. That was the foul on Purdue. Loyer, right elbow, falling away, shooting, and getting a friendly roll. I don't know how that ball went into the bucket. Fletcher was falling the wrong direction. He threw up a prayer, and that prayer was answered. Purdue leads 37-30.
Wow, what a shot by Fletch. Completely off balance. I'm surprised he was able to get that ball there.
Swain attacks Jacobson and scores with the right hand once he got downhill. The uber-talented 6'8" Dalen Swain, the second-team All-SEC, makes it Purdue 37, Texas 32.
He's got an elite crossover dribble, and right there he put Braden in the mix with a nasty right-to-left cross to get free.
Braden Smith guarded by Camden Heidi. Think of the practice battles these two used to have against each other. Braden's on the right block. Picked up the dribble and is in some trouble. Throws to Jacobson, who lost it. It's stolen by Texas. Texas has numbers. Pope's on the left arc. Purdue hustled back to at least stop the transition. Now Texas has to set up half-court offense. 5-point lead for Purdue with 1:18 to go in this first half. Swain holds the ball with the left hand, motions with his right as he stands on the midcourt logo. Gets a screen from Mark. Switch off with Trey Kaufman-Renn guarding Swain. Swain kicking a left corner. A Pope three is on the way. It's good. Third made three for Jordan Pope. Purdue takes a timeout. Matt Painter, the use it or lose it timeout. 5 in a row here for Texas after Purdue had pushed the lead out to 37-30.
Well, we see the replay up above. Fletcher Loyer guarding Pope in that deep left corner. He's trying to give some help to Trey Kaufman-Renn, who's in that isolation with an elite ball handler and Dalen Swain. We just saw what Swain did to Braden Smith on the perimeter. Fletch tries to stun at Swain as Swain starts dribbling down that left seam. But right as he stunts, Swain picks up the dribble and flips it to that corner. And Pope, as we've seen, is a terrific shooter, and he catches and shoots before Fletcher can recover.
37% three-point shooter Jordan Pope, who has scored over 1,800 points in his career. March is here, and Westwood One and the Varsity Network have you covered to Indianapolis. Stream your hometown call and a whole lot more, all postseason exclusively on the free Varsity Network app. Download it today. 1:03 to go in the first half. Purdue will have the ball here. Purdue was up 37-30 just a moment ago, and then Texas rips off 5 in a row. Just to get the Longhorns, get them right back in a ball game here.
Both teams playing smaller, with Clough having the 2 fouls along with Vocatitis on the Texas side.
Over the timeline, right to left, Braden Smith. Here's a catch on the left arc. Lawyer, topside feed to Kaufman-Wren. Dribble handoff to Lawyer. Lawyer gets to the right block, spins, gives it to Kaufman-Wren, who scores from the left side of the bucket with a right hand. 12 points for Trey Kaufman-Wren. Good draw up coming out of the timeout. Purdue up 39-35. 40 on the game clock, 24 on the shot clock here for the Longhorns. Swain guarded by Braden Smith. Off a screen from Heidi to the right arc goes Swain. Gets a switch with Benter now guarding him. To Heidi, left arc, right back to Swain. Shot clock at 9. Swain wants to clear out to try to take Benter to school. Here he comes, right block, will lay up, no good. Tipped at it, rebounded by whom? Mark. 3 in the right corner for Texas is no good. Missed by Swain. Saved in bounds by Lawyer. Purdue has 10 seconds to get the final shot of the first half, leading 39-35. Now 5 seconds. Down to 4. Braden Smith better hurry. Now 3. Braden Smith spins away from the defender, shoots and misses off the left side of the bucket. He was 8 feet away. Not a bad look for Braden Smith. And Purdue finds itself going into the halftime locker room with a 4-point lead of 39-35. Fletcher Lawyer, 13 first half points for the Boilermakers. Trey Kaufman-Wren, 12 first half points. Those two seniors have accounted for 25 of Purdue's 39. Oscar Clough scoreless. Braden Smith with 4 points. C.J. Cox has helped with 6 for Purdue. Halftime here at the SAP Center. Sweet 16 action. 11-seeded Texas hanging tough with the number 2-seeded Purdue Boilermakers. It's Purdue 39 and Texas 35. When we come back, our halftime report begins. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Electric Plus, our mission is simple: to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana. From new construction to modernization, commercial, industrial, and service repair, we lead the way with quality and innovation. We're proud to be locally owned and 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, giving every team member a personal stake in delivering exceptional service. With offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington, we serve our communities with pride, offering 24/7 emergency coverage when it matters most. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. And always, boiler up.
Winter got you cooped up inside looking for some fun? Then grab the new 7 scratch-offs from the Hoosier Lottery. With instant fun and prizes up to $570,000. It's the perfect way to brighten these winter days. So put down the puzzles, try on a fresh pair of sweatpants, and come out to play, Indiana, with the new 7 scratch-offs from the Hoosier Lottery. Champions of play. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
You've worked hard, and you've got what it takes. Purdue Global was built specifically for working adults, so earning a degree you can be proud of is achievable. If you want to start right away, you can. New terms start every month. If you want to go fast, you can. Some of our degrees offer an accelerated Excel track. If you want to go slow, you can. Our advisors can guide you. Whatever you're balancing, Purdue Global is invested in your success. Now is your chance to prove you've got what it takes. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Keystone Cooperative is centered on delivering the farmer-owned cooperative of the future, starting today. Centered on the valued relationships that have built and grown the cooperative for 100 years. Keystone specializes in refined fuels, seriously local propane, agronomy, grain, animal nutrition, and swine production. We strive to lead, serve, grow, and embrace our cooperative advantage. Keystone Cooperative, centered on you and proud to fuel the Boilermakers.
on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield. Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products. Get to know us at indianakitchen.com. Purdue Boilermaker Basketball is on the air. This is the Boilermaker Halftime Show.
Halftime in San Jose, California. This is the SAP Center, and this is NCAA Tournament Sweet 16 action. The two-seeded Purdue Boilermakers a 39-35 lead at the half over 11-seeded Texas. Rob Blackman here with Bobby Riddell. We thank you for spending some time with us here on this Thursday night. Before we move any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boilermaker basketball from Learfield. You know, Bob, you and I were looking at the stat sheet when it was delivered to us a few minutes ago during the commercial break, and I could hear you saying to yourself, rebounding, check. Points in the paint, check. Turnovers, check. But three-point shooting right now is not a box for the Boilermakers that's getting a check mark.
Unchecked, unfortunately, for Purdue. 25% from three, 3 of 12, whereas the Longhorns, 6 of 16, 37.5%. They've been able to make some crucial three-pointers at times to stay within striking range of Purdue, and Purdue's had a couple they've missed that really would have broken the game wide open. So Purdue, a team that was leading the NCAA tournament in three-point percentage coming in, so we know this team's fully capable of going on a run from three, but would hope here in the second half Purdue's got some long-distance shooting in their back pocket.
Well, Fletcher Lawyer is doing his part. Fletch is 3 of 5 from three, but therein lies the problem. The only guy that's made a three in the game is Fletch.
That's
for Purdue.
Right. Yeah, Fletch is saying, hey, three-point shooting check if you're looking at my stat line. But unfortunately, the other Boilermakers combined 0 for, 7 from three. So going to have some other guys step up, hit some timely shots. CJ had his pull-up jumper going, made all 3 of his pull-ups, but missed both threes. And then Braden Smith, his shooting struggles really continuing during postseason play in the 6 games. Braden Smith, 7 of 27 from three, just 25.9%. He's 0 for 2 again from three here today. If Purdue, not just this game, but if Purdue wants to try to win a national championship, Braden Smith's going to have to find his shooting stroke at some point, you would think.
I mentioned the numbers. He is 2 of 7 all told, but the 2 made field goals inside of the arc. He does have a team high 4 assists. And you look at Texas for a guy that was going to be a game time decision in Jordan Pope. Hey, he made 3 threes in the first half, 3 of 5 from the three-point line for his 9 points. Not a surprise. He's a 37% three-point shooter, but he makes 6 threes a game, so he's right on his numbers right now.
And all 3 of his shots from three that he made, honestly, prove why he's such a dynamic player for them. All of those threes were heavily contested. The last one he made, very contested in the deep left corner. The 2 threes he made earlier, one was off a handoff where his man was chasing him right on his hip pocket, and the other one, the second 3 he made, Jack Benner closes out, does a pretty good job taking away the initial shot. He shot fake, one dribble to his left, and then launches at the end of the shot clock and makes it. So that's what makes him a tough player to defend, because he can make highly contested threes.
The one other thing before we'll take a break, and on the other side of the break, I'll give you all the numbers in depth. But we mentioned Purdue is 3 of 12 from three. Purdue is 14 of 20 inside of the arc. An impressive number at 14 of 20, but I think you'd agree, Bob. You even said it first half broadcast. Felt like Purdue should be about 17 of 20 inside the arc. Purdue missed a couple bunnies there.
Purdue missed a couple bunnies, but that's the weakness of this Texas defense. We've talked about how they do a good job limiting teams from behind the arc. In this tournament, of course, they've held teams to just 25% from three, and sure enough, Purdue shooting 25% from three right now. But Texas on the interior, especially with Vokatitis is out, but you can even tell even when he's in, he doesn't want to foul, wants to stay on the floor, and Purdue's been able to get a number of really quality looks inside the arc, and as you said, 14 of 20. Purdue will take that.
Vokatitis does have 2 early fouls, 2 fouls in a first half, and That's good news if you're Purdue, because the starting center for the opposition has 2 fouls. A problem, Purdue fans. So does Purdue's starting center, Oscar Clough, has 2 fouls himself. It's Purdue 39, Texas 35. Halftime in San Jose. We find ourselves at the SAP Center in NCAA Tournament Sweet 16 action. When we return, I'll give you all the first half numbers. They're presented by Ruoff Home Mortgage. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Lafayette Limo, family-owned, women-owned, serving Greater Lafayette for over 33 years. Shuttles to and from Indianapolis and O'Hare airports 365 days a year. Make your reservations now at LafayetteLimo.com. Charters of all sizes anywhere in the continental USA. Lafayette Limo, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
Just sit back and let us drive. There's no need to compromise. Your ride to relaxation, Lafayette Limo.
If your company is seeking to relocate or expand quickly, Hancock County, Indiana has a wide variety of business sites, including 4 shovel-ready certified silver business parks, plus higher than normal broadband capacity with an extensive fiber network with more than 2,000 miles of lines, connecting opportunity with success. Contact the Hancock County Economic Development Council at www.hancockedc.com or at 317-477-7241.
Your car survived snowstorms and salty streets. Now it deserves a little March maintenance. Get your first wash free at Tsunami Express Car Wash, featuring our signature Tsunami Salt Blaster. After your wash, use free vacuums, detailing tools, and complimentary tire air to tackle everything winter left behind. Sign up online and your first wash is free. Claim your free wash at TsunamiExpress.com. That's a $25 value, free. Wash, chill, repeat. Tsunami Express, proud partner of Purdue Athletics. Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Purdue University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Rob Blackman and Bobby Riddell courtside. Halftime, SAP Center, San Jose. With Purdue a 39-35 lead over Texas here in the Sweet 16. Let's take a look at our first half stats presented by Ruoff Mortgage. Ruoff Mortgage is your local lender ready to help make your dream home a reality. To start your journey home, visit ruoff.com. That's RUOFF.com. Start with Texas. They shoot 14 of 29. That's 48.3%. Texas 6 of 16 from 3. 37.5%. The Longhorns were 1 of 3 at the foul line. Texas only 5 assists on its 14 made buckets. 2 of those came from Nick Cody, who's playing off the bench and is a big man. Texas only turned it over 3 times in the first half. 2 steals for Texas. They had 1 block shot. That came from Matas Lokatitis. 13 total rebounds, though, for Texas with 5 offensively. It led to 6 second chance points. Scoring-wise for the Longhorns, 12 first-half points for Tremont Mark, 9 for Jordan Pope, 5 for Matas Lokatitis, 4 in the game for Dalen Swain. He came in averaging 17 a game, did Dalen Swain, their leading scorer. Also scoring 3 points for Nick Cody and 2 for Kendall Weaver. Boilermakers shoot 17 of 32, 53.1%, but Bob and I talked about this early in the halftime show. Just 3 of 12 from 3 were the Boilermakers. Purdue is 2 of 2 at the foul line, both of the makes coming from Fletcher Lawyer. Boilermakers 7 assists on the 17 made buckets, 4 assists for Braden Smith. Purdue only had 3 turnovers. Boilermakers had no steals and no block shots. Purdue had 18 rebounds, 6 offensively. That led to 9 second chance points for Purdue. Points off turnovers, both teams have 6. Points in the paint, Purdue 18, Texas 12. Second chance points, Purdue 9, Texas 6. Fast break points, Texas 2, Purdue 0. And bench points, Texas 5, Purdue 4. Biggest lead in the first half for Purdue was at 7 at 37-30. Texas had a 4-point lead. That's their biggest lead. That came about 8 minutes into the ball game. We are at the half here in San Jose. Purdue a 39-35 lead over the Texas Longhorns. Nebraska and Iowa are playing in Houston in an NCAA Sweet 16 game. I'll bring that up because we're going to take a commercial timeout. On the other side of that break, Bobby Riddell has that score for you, plus all the other scores you'll need to know for this NCAA tournament action. It's Purdue 39, Texas 35. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Electric Plus, our mission is simple: to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana. From new construction to modernization, commercial, industrial, and service repair, we lead the way with quality and innovation. We're proud to be locally owned and 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, giving every team member a personal stake in delivering exceptional service. With offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington, we serve our communities with pride, offering 24/7 emergency coverage when it matters most. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. And always, boiler up.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Oh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact. It's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact. America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact. I agree with that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY Industry reported total sales.
Boilermaker fans, you have the power to save lives. Did you know that just one organ donor can save 8 lives? And the need for life-saving organ donations is real. There are more than 100,000 people waiting right now. Here at Purdue, we believe in rising to the challenge, on the field, in the classroom, and in our communities. So why not rise to one more? Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to sign up as an organ donor today. Let saying yes to organ donation be your next giant leap.
Your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent is there to help guide you through each step of the insurance process.
Yeah, my agent's awesome. Jeff gives great advice, helps me figure things out. He's kind of like a dad to me.
Oh, that's great. Your agent
He's just got such a dad vibe, you know?
Sure. And your agent can...
I kind of want to get him a tie. I wish there was like an insurance agent's day or something, you know, because he's not really my dad.
Get to know an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and you'll never have to go it alone. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Let's insurance together.
Welcome back here to the the halftime show, excuse me. Purdue leading at the Longhorns 39-35. Time now to take a look at some out-of-town scores. And there's one other Sweet 16 matchup currently taking place at the moment with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Airing on TBS, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, the 4 seed in the South region, lead the 9 seed Iowa Hawkeyes 40-35. There's 2 other games to be played this evening. The other game in the West Regional that'll take place after this Purdue and Texas matchup will be between the 4 seed Arkansas Razorbacks and the number 1 seed in the West region, the Arizona Wildcats. Arizona 32-2 on the season, Arkansas 26-8. A game will air on CBS. And then the nightcap over in the South region from Houston, Texas. The 2 seed Houston Cougars, 28-6 on the season, will square off against the Illinois Fighting Illini, the 3 seed, who are 24-8 on the season. A substantial home court advantage there for the Cougars playing that regional in Houston. Tomorrow evening, the Sweet 16 matchups in the East region. We have the number 1 seed Duke Blue Devils facing off against the 5 seed St. John's Red Storm. Duke 32-2 on the season, St. John's 28-6. That game will tip off at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time on CBS. At 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time over on TBS. In the Midwest region, the number 1 seed Michigan Wolverines, 31-3 on the season, will face the 4 seed Alabama Crimson Tide, 23-9 on the year. The nightcap in that East region will be between the 3-seed Michigan State Spartans, 25-7, taking on the 2nd-seeded UConn Huskies, 29-5. That game will be on CBS, and then on TBS, the nightcap in the Midwest region, the Iowa State Cyclones, 27-7. The 2-seed face the 6-seed Tennessee Volunteers. They are 22-11 on the season. We will have second half action when we return. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Boilermaker fans, keep your eyes on the court and on your vision. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical are proud to be the official eye care provider of Purdue Athletics. Get advanced eye exams and vision testing at 15 Indiana locations, plus a wide selection of contacts, glasses, and sunglasses. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical will help you see every game clearly. Visit eteyecare.com to schedule your appointment today. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical, where Boilermakers go for better vision.
Boilermaker fans, you have the power to save lives. Did you know that just one organ donor can save 8 lives? And the need for life-saving organ donations is real. There are more than 100,000 people waiting right now. Here at Purdue, we believe in rising to the challenge, on the field, in the classroom, and in our communities. So why not rise to one more? Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to sign up as an organ donor today. Let saying yes to organ donation be your next giant leap.
Boiler up, farmers! As Purdue dominates the court this year, BW Fusion is helping Indiana farmers dominate their fields. We're farmer first, delivering crop nutrition products and data designed for one thing: doing more with less. Less in, more out. That's not just a tagline, it's how we farm now. So whether you're at Mackey or in the Combine, team up with BW Fusion and start growing smarter. Visit bwfusion.com to learn more.
At Purdue Polytechnic in Indianapolis, the city is your classroom. Here, you'll study where innovation happens in the heart of Indiana's capital. Explore degrees in construction management, themed entertainment design, interior architecture, cybersecurity, and computer and information technology. Work alongside industry leaders, build your portfolio, and gain the real-world experience that sets you apart. This is where persistent pursuit meets opportunity, right in the center of it all. Purdue Polytechnic in Indianapolis. Industry ready, day one.
Just about time to start the second half. Purdue 39, Texas 35. We are live in San Jose at the SAP Center. Rob Blackman with Bobby Riddell. Sweet 16 action. Story of the first half, Purdue's inability to make three-point shots as a team. Fletcher Lawyer had no problem going 3 of 5 from 3. The rest of the team 0 of 7. Purdue as a team in the tournament shooting 58% from 3. Number 1 through 2 games. If you look at percentages in the NCAA tournament, Purdue will have the ball to start the second half and a 4-point lead. Texas's Jordan Pope, who was listed as a game-time decision, in the starting lineup, and he will start here in the second half for the Longhorns. Boca Titus starts for Texas, playing with his 2 fouls. Oscar Clough starts for Purdue, playing with his 2 fouls. It's Kaufman, Wren, Braden Smith, Fletcher Lawyer with Clough and C.J. Cox. Cox, if you're just joining us, is playing tonight. Coming off that right knee injury on Sunday against Miami. Playing with a sleeve on the right leg is C.J. Purdue in the white uniforms, left to right. Texas wears burnt orange. And here we go in the second half. Braden Smith is on the high right arc, guarded by Tremont Mark. To Clough, top of the key, dribble handoff, Lawyer, catch and shoot 3. It is long, and it's rebounded by a high-flying Dalen Swain for Texas. Mark a 3 at the left arc, good. So Purdue misses its 3. Texas does not miss its opportunity. Tremont Mark has made 3 threes in a game, and it's Purdue 39, Texas 38.
He's looked really good in this game on those catch and shoot opportunities, but that was a horse shot. There was not much contest there. He's too good of a player.
Here's Braden Smith, perimeter right. Mark on him closely. Down low, we're going to have a foul on Camden Heide. Heide was wrestling Trey Kaufman-Wren. Both fell to the ground, and the former teammates go down to the ground, and a foul called against Heide, but now the official, at least for the moment, the foul's on Heide. But now the officials say they want to take a second look. So back to the monitor we go at the 19:17 mark. Both players ended up falling to the ground in the middle of the painted area. Heard a big thud, looked up, and there was Heidi lying on the ground. Trey Kaufman-Wren lying on the ground. Baseline official immediately whistled foul, pointed at Heidi. For the moment, that's the call on the floor. But again, we have an instant replay look here where the official's going to take another look.
We've come to find out the call on the floor may not necessarily stand if, as we saw earlier, a cylinder call or something of that nature is retroactively called, as what happened with the flagrant one on Vocatitis, where they called the cylinder foul on Clough prior to the dead ball flagrant one happening. In this case, we saw Heidi and Kaufman-Wren battling for post position. Trey was discarded by Heidi and fell to the ground, and then after he fell to the ground, Heidi tripped backwards over him. I don't see certainly anything that Trey did wrong when he's on the ground. Heidi just backpedaled over him and fell. The question will be, was there any sort of hooking and holding between either of the two prior to Trey being discarded onto the ground?
Trey right now 12 points for Purdue. Purdue led by Fletcher Lawyer's 13 points. Significant for Fletch. He has moved into 11th place all time with those 13 points, 11th place in the history of Purdue scoring. He's bypassed Walter Jordan this evening as Fletcher Lawyer, as the officials continue to have a long review process. We had a long one of these earlier in the first half too. Remember, this game started without a break in the action. Right. For 9.5 minutes. We didn't get our first media timeout till the 10:48 mark.
It's been an unfortunate flow to this game, honestly, because of that. Like, you had that great flow of 9 straight minutes, which is extremely rare. Not sure I've even ever seen that go that long without a stoppage. But then the guys had to come out, shoot one free throw, go back. This is our second review. Of course, this second long review happening just after we had the whole halftime break. So just some weird flow to this game.
Well, the officials were looking at the monitor. Now they've gathered themselves away from the monitor to speak as a trifecta. See what they're going to come up with. Our officials in this game: Jeb Hartness, Bert Smith, Randy Richardson. We see Bert and Randy a lot in the Big Ten. Rarely see Jeb work in a Big Ten game, although we've seen him in some NCAA games over the years. And yeah, it's even been hard for the fans to really get into this thing, because it hadn't been much of a flow, ebb or flow. (1917) left in the game, and we still await a verdict. Foul for the moment on Camden Heidi, the former Boilermaker, would be his first. Now I'm hearing we might have a double foul. Wow. Maybe Trey Kaufman-Wren would get hit with his first foul as well.
If it is a double foul, yeah, thankfully it would just be Trey's first, and he's not in any sort of foul trouble at the moment.
Well, double foul, double foul. There we go. Finally confirmed. Sorry, fans, we had to take the headset off just so we could hear here in the building. Double foul. Purdue keeps the ball baseline right. We finally resume action. Lawyer driving in from the right baseline, shooting a floater, but shot it long. Overshot the entire bucket. Rebounded by Pope of Texas. Texas on the run right to left in the burnt orange uniforms. Purdue a 1-point lead, but Texas the ball. We're 1 minute into the second half. Purdue had a 39-35 lead to start the half. Dalen Swain to the middle of the paint, shoots an off-balance crazy banker, and it went in. Tough shot. Dalen Swain in traffic gives Texas Texas a lead of 40-39.
Pretty acrobatic finish there from Swain as he got the blow by on Smith and then hung in the air to score over Lawyer.
Braden Smith from 15 answers for Purdue. 6 points for Braden Smith. The screen and roll got him wide open at 15 feet straight away. Purdue leads 41-40.
Smith getting to that patented mid-range against the drop coverage. That's going to be there a lot for Braden in this second half.
Here's Tremont Mark to the left block, rising, shooting over Lawyer, scoring. Tremont Mark, a dangerous offensive player, averages 13 a game, and now it's 42-41 Texas.
That's certainly a matchup they're going to like there with Mark on Lawyer in isolation. He gets to his favorable spot.
Braden Smith tried to throw the ball inside, but Vokatitis tipped it out of bounds baseline right. Last touch by Vokatitis in Texas. Purdue keeping the ball here with 17 on the shot clock. Inbounding, throwing it out near midcourt, where it's caught by Cox. He'll give it right back to Braden Smith. Braden dribbles into 15 feet. Shoots a fall-away 15-footer that's short. Rebounded by whom? Trey Kaufman-Renn. A foul on Heidi in the process.
You can see, or we can see here, the frustration level with Cam Heidi battling the bigger Trey Kaufman-Renn. Probably seeing some of the frustration Cam dealt with in practice and open gyms oftentimes going against TKR.
Cam will come out of the game with 2 fouls, replaced by the 6'8" sophomore Nick Cody. Purdue trails 42-41. Purdue the ball, baseline right, 17:53 to go in a game. Purdue throws it to Trey Kaufman-Renn. Left block, trying to double team him are the Longhorns. Trey still dribbling against Cody, and Cody put 2 hands on him. Foul on Nick Cody. Can't put 2 hands on a ball handler. That is almost always a personal foul. Purdue inbounds baseline right. 3 fouls on Texas here in the second half. We played 2:14. Lawyer left corner fakes the 3, gives to Cox, who will shoot the 3. He'll miss left arc. Tipped way out near midcourt. Swain ended up with it. Swain attacks the bucket. His layup is no good, but he was fouled by C.J. Cox. Swain will go to the foul line. 2 free throws for Dalen Swain, who's an 82% foul shooter. Texas leading 42-41.
Purdue super unlucky there. You get a great look from C.J. Cox off some screening action on the left wing. Doesn't convert. Then Oscar Clough bullies his way into the basket as Swain does miss the first free throw, rattles out. Clough bullies his way, taps the ball out. It looks like it's going to go between Smith and Cox at first, and one of them's going to get it, but instead Swain, with his athleticism and burst, he sped through in between both of them to gather the ball, and it led to the fast break.
And he did make 1 of 2, making the second foul shot, giving Texas a 43-41 lead. Purdue has rarely trailed in the second half ever since the Big Ten tournament. Clough diving in left block, attacking Vokatitis and scoring on a perfect pocket pass from Braden Smith. We're tied at 43. First scoring of the game for Oscar Clough.
Back and forth we go in this one. Nice pocket there by Braden Smith, dropping that sweet little scooping bounce pass right to left.
Tremont Mark, topside feed to Cody. He goes further right wing to Pope. Now to Vokatitis, who pivots to the left, passes to the left, and Swain. Swain is inside the left arc with a crossover dribble to the rim, and he was fouled as he shot a short floater. Looks like that one's going against Oscar Clough. If so, it'll be his 3rd.
There was not a lot of contact there. Certainly not up by Swain's arms where he shot the ball. Just a little bit of a bump on the lower body. And that's enough for the officials to give Swain the benefit of the doubt as he swishes the first free throw.
That'll bring Jack Benter in for Oscar Clough. So Purdue will play small with Trey Kaufman-Renn at the 5. Texas 44, Purdue 43 at the 16:55 mark. Dalen Swain, 8 points in a game, still 8. He missed it, but he got his own rebound. Dives to the rim and then turned it over. He threw it into Braden Smith's hands. A turnover after Swain has gotten his own rebound, and now a foul on Vokatitis down low, trying to guard Trey Kaufman-Renn. 3 fouls on Vokatitis. He's begging for a hook and hold replay. So is his head coach, Sean Miller, now begging for a hook and hold replay. Will he get the benefit of a yes? They will. They will take a look.
Unbelievable.
So we'll have another stoppage of play. at the 16:45 mark.
He's going to use his appeal, I believe, is what he's doing here. And if he loses it, he doesn't lose his challenge, but he will lose a timeout.
Vocatitis was really physical in the post with Trey Kaufman-Renn. The ball had not been thrown inside yet to Trey Kaufman-Renn. But as soon as the foul was whistled on Vocatitis, he immediately began signaling for a hook and hold review. And he certainly was influential enough to get his head coach Sean Miller to say, yep, okay, let's take a look. So we will, with Texas leading 44-43. I was mentioning just a moment ago, but I didn't get the exact numbers out. Since the Big Ten tournament has begun, Purdue's only trailed in the second half for a total of 1 minute 41 seconds. And that was early in the second half against Miami last Sunday in St. Louis. So it's rare that Purdue's on the wrong side of the scoreboard in the second half, at least here in the postseason.
Let's see, they're showing the replay now here up above.
Well, it looks to me like the officials have already made up their mind. They had a fairly quick look at the monitor and then stepped away from it.
I don't see how you could possibly call a hook and hold on Trey Kaufman-Renn here, which is what Sean Miller wanted. I think they're going to just call a common foul. Unsuccessful challenge there by Sean Miller, which means they'll lose a timeout.
And now 4 fouls already on Texas at the 16:45 mark. And with Vocatitis, he now is saddled with 3 personal fouls.
We now got small ball via small ball on both sides here, with the 2 centers in the starting lineup for both teams saddled with 3.
Lawyer inbounding for Purdue, baseline right. We go back to action finally at the 16:45 mark. Lob for Kaufman-Renn, catching right arc, facing up against Cody. Driving against Cody. They're going to go one-on-one against Cody. Leans into Cody, banks it in from the right side. That was a tough shot. Cody held his ground. 14 on the right-handed banker from the right block for Trey Kaufman-Renn. Purdue leads 45-44.
Cody actually did a very admirable job not giving up an angle, but that's how good TKR is with that right hook.
Jamon Mark, top of the key, is going to step into a 3, and he was fouled by Lawyer on the 3. And then Mark fell awkwardly to the ground. 3 free throws for Tremont Mark. Fouled on a 3-point shot from straight away by Purdue's Fletcher Lawyer. Fletcher's saying Mark kicked his leg out.
Yes, he definitely did too. But then he rolled his ankle. You kick your legs out like that, you do bring in the opportunity to land on the defensive player. I felt like Mark definitely stuck his legs out on that with his momentum kicking him forward. That's kind of a James Harden move. You see, of course, Mark being a lefty as well. We see James Harden do that sort of stuff at the NBA level.
Three free throws for Tremont Mark, who's a 75% foul shooter, and he already has 17 points in this game. The lefty from Dickinson, Texas, makes the first. Last year at Texas, averaged 10 points a game. This year he's up to 13.5 a game. He's a 6th-year grad student. He missed the second foul shot, shooting it long. So he makes 1 of 2, and now they'll have a 3rd. We're tied at 45. Mark wears number 12 on the burnt orange uniform. Foul line left, got it. He makes 2 of 3. 1 point Texas lead.
This is going to be a game, it feels like, that has lead change after lead change.
C.J. Cox right now at point guard. Braden Smith at the 2. Braden pro cut to the left arc where he gets a pass from C.J. Cox. Throws it left arc extended. Trey Kaufman-Renn, they're going to run a triple team at him now. He gives to Cox. Cox dribbled into the paint, shot a wild shot, left it short. Rebounded by Texas. C.J. might have hurried that one just a tad there. 1 point Texas lead, and the Longhorns have the ball. The 11 seed who've already won 3. Here's Heidi, a deep 3. Good from the left arc. Purdue should have known Camden Heidi can knock in a triple. bucket good. 49-45 Texas. Timeout on the floor with 15:37 remaining. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're cheering for the Boilermakers or caring for your land, we know you're all in all season long. And Case IH compact and utility tractors are all in too. Mowing, digging, hauling. Our equipment, designed to meet the needs of America's farm fields, makes caring for your home field easier. Your Case IH dealer can show you how our equipment can make this season a winning one. Case IH, built by farmers.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Ooh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact. It's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact. America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact. I agree with that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY industry reported total sales.
Boilermaker fans, you have the power to save lives. Did you know that just one organ donor can save 8 lives? And the need for life-saving organ donations is real. There are more than 100,000 people waiting right now. Here at Purdue, we believe in rising to the challenge. On the field, in the classroom, and in our communities. So why not rise to one more? Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to sign up as an organ donor today. Let saying yes to organ donation be your next giant leap.
Whether you're flying to cheer for the Boilermakers at a game or flying for business, there's a smarter way to travel. United Airlines now deports daily from Purdue University Airport to Chicago O'Hare, connecting you to over 200 destinations worldwide. Skip the drive and stress of departing from a large airport and fly LAF from the new Amelia Earhart Terminal in West Lafayette with easy parking and quick check-in. Fly local, fly LAF. Learn more at purdue.edu/airport.
This is PJ Thompson, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
15:37 remains in the game. Texas was down 4 at the half. Now they have a 4-point lead over the Boilermakers at 49-45. All tournament long, Westwood won, and the Varsity Network bring you the action to Indianapolis. For your team's call, stream it exclusively on the free Varsity Network app. Download today. Rob Blackman with Bobby Riddell just a moment ago. Camden Heidi, the former Boilermaker, with a triple on the high left arc. His first scoring of the game against his former teammates. Purdue has the ball here. 3 fouls for Oscar Clough. He's on the bench for Purdue. 3 fouls for Matas Vokatitis, the center for Texas. He's on the bench.
There was, unfortunately, it looked like a mental breakdown by Purdue defensively, allowing Heidi that catch and shoot opportunity.
It's Kaufman Wren at the top of the circle. Will dribble with one hand, give it to Braden Smith. He'll dribble in, shoot from 12 short. Heidi rebounds. That was a good look for Braden. Just left it a little bit short. Good look for the Boilermakers, but an empty trip. And now Dalen Swain right to left over the timeline for Texas, going between the legs here. Dribbling to the right arc, lost it, stolen by Lawyer. Throws it ahead to Cox. Cox on a run out layup. Good. A steal leads to a run out. Cox with a layup, with Camden Heidi closing in quickly, looking for a block shot. Purdue's down 49-47.
What a huge live ball turnover. Swain just trying to make a move, dribbles off his own foot, and it kicked it right to Lawyer, and Lawyer, an unbelievable kick ahead pass that hit CJ right in stride.
Swain, high left arc, 2 steps outside of that arc. Guarded by Braden Smith with the shot clock at 10. Swain keeps going between the legs, dribbling, getting to the left block and stopping. Tried to throw it inside, and it was stolen by Jack Benter, who'd stepped in front of his defender. Purdue on the run. Lawyer wants to attack. Lawyer does attack Cody and misses the bunny from the right side. Rebounded Kaufman Wren, and he got hammered as he was trying to get back to the bucket. Foul will go against Dalen Swain, his second. Now, is this on a rebound or on a shot? It's team foul number 5 against Texas. They say on the rebound, so Purdue will inbound baseline right. Purdue is trailing 49-47. Lawyer missed an easy one there, but Trey Kaufman Wren helped him. He'll drive with Kaufman Wren, and he's fouled by Cody at the rim. 2 fouls on Nick Cody. Into the foul line to go Trey Kaufman-Renn, who is driving in from the right side of the paint. 2 foul shots for Trey Kaufman-Renn, the Boilermaker redshirt senior, who's a 62% foul shooter. And that's team foul number 6 on Texas with still 14-19 remaining.
Yep, so Purdue in the bonus moving forward. Nice hard drive there, Kaufman-Renn. They gave him the middle of the floor available to him as he makes the first free throw. Trey's had inconsistencies at the foul line throughout the course of his career, but here as of late, knocking him down.
15 points in a game for Kaufman-Renn, who scored over 1,600 in his career. Made them both. We're tied at 49. Purdue fans rising to their feet, trying to inspire a little defense from the Boilermakers. Texas right to left. They wear burnt orange here in San Jose. Purdue wears white. Pope is on the right arc, rising and shooting a 3. And is it a 3 or a 2? They're going to double check it at the next dead ball timeout. For the moment, they've counted it as a 2 for Pope. They've counted it as a 2 for the moment. Texas up 51-49. Lawyer fakes a 3, dribbles to 15 to shoot, scores and ties the game from the right elbow.
What a shot fake there by Fletch. Thought maybe he might have shuffled the steps just a tad, but uncalled, and the shot fake then gives him the easy, uncontested pull-up on the right elbow.
13:30 to go in the game. Pope, left arc, gives to Swain on a dribble handoff. Swain will dribble to the middle of the paint, kick it Pope, left side. Cox is right up on him. Now back to Swain with the shot clock at 9. Right side, Kendall Weaver. Weaver kicking the left corner to Heidi, a 3. It is short. Long rebound. Weaver ended up with it, and his layup is short. He missed a gimme. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Purdue. Boilermakers caught a break. Kendall Weaver had an offensive rebound, got all the way to the rim, and left it short. Oscar Clough will sub in for Jack Benter. 13:09 to go in the game. Texas the ball, baseline left.
Coach Painter frustrated for sure that he's not able to secure the defensive rebound on numerous opportunities. And that alerts him to get Oscar Clough back in the game, and
which means Vocatitis comes back in for Texas, as both coaches now want to play their big guys against one another.
Pope subs out of the game, which I like to see, because seems like he's been making every big shot that comes his way.
Vocatitis right corner to Heidi right wing. They'll swing it all the way around the horn to Wilcher. Now to Swain. Top side, he'll lob it into Vocatitis. He got open and made a left-handed layup, and he was fouled. Fouled by a Boilermaker on a little high-low action. Foul will go against Braden Smith, his first, but it gives Vocatitis a chance at an and one. Texas leading 53-51.
Well, that's a huge mistake there on the under out of bounds. Purdue will get cross-matched often the way they switch on under out of bounds plays. And Lawyer gets 2 feet in front on Vocatitis,
who misses the foul shot terribly.
Nice.
That thing clanged off the left side of the rim, then hit the backboard. So 2-point Texas lead, 53-51, 12:51 to go in a game. By the way, that last foul on Braden Smith, the team 5th. Braden Smith tried to throw it inside to Clough, who was held by Vocatitis. That'll be 4 fouls on Vocatitis. He'll have to go right back to the bench. He was holding in the low post. And this will be a 1-and-1 for Purdue's Oscar Clough. Cody right back into the game for Vocatitis.
Vocatitis, normally the guy getting fouled. And tonight, he's the one fouling, dealing with the issues.
7th team foul. So this is a 1-and-1 for Purdue's Oscar Clough, a 69% foul shooter. The transfer from South Dakota State. Where's number 45 on the white uni? Shoots the first one. He made it. He would have had another one anyway because Wilcher fell into the lane before Oscar even shot it. But that point is moot because Oscar made the foul shot. Well, Purdue has 6 on the floor. Can't play with 6. There we go.
Trey, we're 7 out for you.
Trey goes to the bench, replaced by Benter. 12:43 to go in the game. Purdue trails 53-52. 2 bounces for Clough. Missed the second foul shot, and good try by Benter to save it, but he knocked it out of bounds. Jack was pinched between 2 orange jerseys, but still made a heck of a stab of the ball, but knocked it out of bounds. This will be Texas ball. Texas leads 53-52.
Thought with the fact that there was 2 orange guys and Jack Benner in the mix there that they might call it off Texas.
Tremont Mark, left elbow, spins, shoots over, Coxon scores. Had to wait. That was bouncing around a few times before it went into the basket. 21 points for Tremont Mark. 3-point lead for Texas.
He's really favoring that ankle he hurt when he got fouled on the 3, but he's still able to maneuver his way into the mid-range.
Yeah, you're right. He does look hobbled, but he also has 21 points and is scoring the ball at will. Still, Purdue inside to Clough. Clough attacks Cody, leans into him and scores with a left-handed shot, hooking it just over the front of the bucket. Purdue trails 55-54.
Cody is in trouble down low, whether it's TKR or Clough. Purdue's got the mismatch.
Swain to the right elbow, stopping, throwing it out on the high right arc now to Wilcher. He drove to the bucket and missed the bunny. Tipped that at a second time, no good. Rebounded Oscar Clough of Purdue.
Wow, stunned they didn't call a charge there on Wilcher with Lawyer taking the hit.
Purdue the ball at the 11:30 mark. Left elbow jumper, good. That is Braden Smith coming off a ball screen and finding space. Purdue leads 56-55.
Another lead change. Here we go. What a back and forth affair.
Wilcher runs the point here for Texas. Dribbling on the March Madness logo, center court, and throws it. Bad pass, stolen by Braden Smith. It's a pick 6 for the Boilermakers senior All-American Braden Smith. He has 10 points. Purdue leads 58-55.
That's going to make Sean Miller send Pope to the scores table. Not happy with the casual pass from Wilcher, but what a streaking job by Braden Smith into the passing lane.
10:45 remaining. Swain dribbling between the rings. Now coming downhill, stopping left block, spinning into some trouble, kicking out to Mark for a 3. Good. Tremont Mark continues to make tough shots despite being hobbled with a bad ankle. We're tied at 58.
Oh, what a huge shot there. CJ Cox just gets drawn in too far, ball side, and it's an easy kick out to the corner.
Braden Smith pulls the trigger from 3. It is dunked in. No, they're going to wipe it off. They're going to wipe it off. Oscar Clough dumped it in as it was coming off the front of the bucket, and they're going to say offensive basket interference. And we take a break in the action. Purdue 58, Texas 58 at the 10:20 mark. Might Purdue want a challenge? We'll find out in this commercial timeout. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Boilermaker fans, did you know that Flex Technology Group helps leading-edge companies get out of the office printer and copying business? We're a legendary company with legendary people and a legendary platform that will help your business improve document workflow and increase business efficiencies. To learn more, visit our website, flextg.com. That's FLEXTG.com.
Lafayette Limo, family-owned, women-owned, serving Greater Lafayette for over 33 years. Shuttles to and from Indianapolis and O'Hare airports 365 days a year. Make your reservations now at LafayetteLimo.com. Charters of all sizes anywhere in the continental USA. Lafayette Limo, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
Just sit back and let us drive. There's no need to compromise. Your ride to relaxation, Lafayette Limo.
You've worked hard, and you've got what it takes. Purdue Global was built specifically for working adults, so earning a degree you can be proud of is achievable. If you want to start right away, you can. New terms start every month. If you want to go fast, you can. Some of our degrees offer an accelerated Excel track. If you want to go slow, you can. Our advisors can guide you. Whatever you're balancing, Purdue Global is invested in your success. Now is your chance to prove you've got what it takes. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Boilermaker fans, keep your eyes on the court and on your vision. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical are proud to be the official eye care provider of Purdue Athletics. Get advanced eye exams and vision testing at 15 Indiana locations, plus a wide selection of contacts, glasses, and sunglasses. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical will help you see every game clearly. Visit eteyecare.com to schedule your appointment today. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical, where Boilermakers go for better vision.
10:20 remains in the game. Texas has a 1-point lead. We'll explain in a moment. Purdue men's basketball postseason sponsored by BW Fusion. We know the challenges farmers face, and we're here to help you win. Our biological and crop nutrition products built on data and designed to drive maximum profitability from every acre. BW Fusion, less in, more out. This is how we farm now. The officials took a second look at the Jordan Pope jumper from earlier and determined it was a 3-point shot, not a 2, a 3. So that's 4 made threes in a game for Pope. And more importantly, it gives Texas a 1-point lead. We thought it was 58-58. Instead, it's Texas 59, Purdue 58. We will resume action. Texas will have the ball. Jakari Harris is subbed in for C.J. Cox.
Purdue going to have to find a way to start getting some stops here consistently, especially if you want to go on a run, right? If you want to put together a 6-0, 7-0, 8-0 type run, that's going to require multiple stops in a row. Let's see if Purdue's defense can ramp it up a bit.
Swain, high left arc to Heidi. Throwing it right side, Tremont Mark. Mark in the game with 24 points. Out back to Swain, who's perimeter left on a left-handed dribble. Top of the key will feed Cody. Cody to Pope. Shot clock at 10. Game clock at 10 minutes exactly. Deep three. Pope off the dribble. This one is missed. Lawyer a rebound off the front of the rim. Jordan Pope couldn't get that one to fall. Purdue trails by 1 with the ball at the 9:50 mark. Purdue in the white unis. The throwbacks going left to right. Kaufman Wren attacking Cody. Right block. Missed it. Rebounded Clough. He goes back. He made it. Offensive rebound. Put back with a left hand by Clough, who has 7 points. Purdue leads 60-59.
With Vokatitis off the floor, that's a situation where Purdue has to make hay on the glass.
Vokatitis off the floor with 4 fouls. Tremont Mark rising from 14 and scoring again. Tremont Mark has 26 points. Texas 61, Purdue 60.
This is an incredible shot making by Mark. He can barely move out here.
Kaufman Wren has a catch between the rings. Throws it inside to Clough. Clough wants to attack Cody. Goes to him. Misses it. Got his own rebound. Kick it out to Lawyer for a 3. Triple time! Lawyer thought he was fouled to boot. Didn't get the call. But his 3 from the left arc is good. 18 for the senior Lawyer. Purdue leads 63-61.
Oh, he comes right back at Mark. What a huge 3 by the senior Lawyer. That was pure.
And what a play by Clough to keep it all alive. Missed the bunny, got his own rebound. It led to a kick out 3. Swain, high right arc, coming to the right arc to give to Cody. Cody, a 12-footer right in front of the basket. Good. He got a friendly bounce. Nick Cody averages 4 points a game. He has 5, and we're tied at 63 with 8:15 to go.
Rob, he missed that so bad it went in. Just unbelievable.
And remember, he made a 3 earlier in the game. His second made 3 all season. It's been that kind of a night for Nick Cody. A 3 straight away for Lawyer is no good. Rebounded Heidi of Texas. Tied at 63. 8-minute mark. Texas the bull. Dylan Swain coming downhill, middle of the paint. Left-handed layup. Good. Acrobatic move. Dalen Swain gives Texas a 65-63 lead.
Just too much burst right there. Oscar Clough unable to stay in line with it as he blows by Lawyer.
And now blowing to the rim, Les Braden Smith, who got hit in the back of the head and fouled, and he tumbles awkwardly to the ground, lying beside the stanchion. Foul will go against Tremont Mark, his second. We have a timeout on the floor. When we come back, Braden Smith will be shooting 2 foul shots. Texas 65, Purdue 63 with 7:39 remaining. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
Keystone Cooperative understands that your family matters most, which is why safety is our top priority. Our commitment to serving the local community is all about being an active part of the places we call home. By choosing Keystone Seriously Local Propane, you are supporting local communities and helping us make an impact where it matters most, right here at home. Keystone Cooperative, seriously local propane, and proud to back the Boilermakers.
At Electric Plus, our mission is simple: to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana. From new construction to modernization, commercial, industrial, and service repair, we lead the way with quality and innovation. We're proud to be locally owned and 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, giving every team member a personal stake in delivering exceptional service. With offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington, we serve our communities with pride, offering 24/7 emergency coverage when it matters most. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. And always, boiler up.
Your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent is there to help guide you through each step of the insurance process.
Yeah, my agent's awesome. Jeff gives great advice, helps me figure things out. He's kind of like a dad to me.
Oh, that's great. Your agent
He's just got such a dad vibe, you know?
Sure. And your agent
I kind of want to get him a tie. I wish there was like an insurance agent's day or something, you know, because he's not really my dad.
Get to know an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and you'll never have to go it alone. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Let's insurance together.
This is Fletcher Lawyer, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball with Rob Blackman and Bobby Buckets Friedel.
It's been a good one. 15 lead changes between Purdue and Texas. For the moment, Texas leads 65-63 with 7:39 to play. Rob Blackman and Bobby Riddell. Thank you, Fletcher Lawyer. Purdue Athletics would like to thank and recognize members of the Black and Gold Club who support Purdue Athletics through their sponsorship at the highest level. Black and Gold Club members include Beck's Hybrids, BW Fusion, Indiana Packers Corporation, Purdue Federal Credit Union, Purdue Global, Riley Children's Health, State Farm Insurance, and Wabash, each great partners of Purdue Athletics. As we resume action, Braden Smith will be at the foul line, shooting 2 foul shots for the Boilermakers. 10 points in the game for Braden Smith. Purdue right now being out-rebounded, 25-23, but the real story in the game is three-point shooting. Purdue has made 4 threes. Texas has made 10. As Braden Smith makes the first foul shot. Let me correct myself. Fletcher Lawyer has made 4 threes. No other Boilermaker has made a three-point bucket. We have only 7:39 to go, and Braden Smith missed the foul shot. Rebounded by Kaufman-Renn. A reload for Purdue, out to Meyer for a 3. He missed a triple. Oh, Omer Meyer had a good look but couldn't get it to go after the Trey Kaufman-Renn rebound. Purdue's down 65-64, and Texas has the ball. Dalen Swain guarded by Omer Meyer on that high right arc right in front of the Texas bench. Texas goes right to left here in the second half. Swain with Meyer still on him at 5. Now coming downhill, left block, attacking, Cluffin scoring. Dalen Swain was able to get past the first defender. 12 points for Swain, who averages 17. He had only 4 in the first half. 3-point lead for Texas under 7 minutes remaining.
He just attacked that left seam aggressively, and Clough not able to quite get over there in time, but Myers got to keep him in front.
Kaufman-Renn palming the ball at the top of the key. Now trying to attack Wilcher, coming in from the right block, lobs it into Clough, who's open underneath the bucket and was fouled by Camden Heide. Third foul on Heide. Good find on the double team. Trey Kaufman-Renn finding Oscar Clough. Team foul number 9 on Texas. And this will be a 2-shot opportunity for Oscar Clough, who in this game is 1 of 2 at the foul line. Oscar has 7 points. He'll dribble twice and make the first one after rolling it over the front of the rim. Purdue trails 67-65, 6:38 remaining.
Purdue going to be living in the double bonus the rest of the way and still has 1 foul to give on the other end.
Second foul shot, Clough got it. He made them both. Purdue trails 67-66. Again, the Purdue fans here at the SAP Center rise to their feet. They'd like to see the Boilermakers get a stop or 2. Swain, left arc poke. Almost pulled the trigger from 3, decided against it. We'll give it back to Swain. Might they will try to get a clear out here for Dalen Swain. Guarded by Meyer. Crossover dribble to the right elbow. Attacks Clough. Shoots. Misses it. Long rebound, though. Picked out by Texas. Pope the rebound. He dribbles to the left elbow. Reload here for the Longhorns with 6:05 to go in the game. Well, Purdue got a missed shot, but didn't finish it. with a rebound. Pope a three in the left wing. No good. Long rebounded Omer Meyer off the weak side, and then he was fouled from behind by Heide. Camden Heide tried to sneak in from behind. Omer didn't see him coming. Omer Meyer, that is. Heide commits his fourth foul, but more importantly, it's double bonus here for the Boilermaker freshman Omer Meyer. That's team foul number 10.
Wow, Camden Heide trying to swoop in from behind because Omer Meyer did not see Heide after the rebound, and Heide, I think, got all ball at first. But as he went for it on the second try, his right shoulder ran through Omer Meyer's left side just enough for the officials to feel like there was contact for the foul.
Meyer, 71% foul shooter, misses the first. He'll need this one if he wants to tie the game. Okatitis subs back in for Texas, playing with 4 fouls. Omer Meyer wearing number 17 on the white uniform. Has 2 points in the game. Second foul shot is no good. He missed them both. And it remains a 1-point Texas lead at 67-66. Pope into the front court, right to left for Texas. Tremont Mark, ball above his head, top of the key. Feeds it inside to Okatitis, and a foul on Clough as Clough tried to reach around to steal it. Let us pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boilermaker basketball from Learfield. That was team foul number 6 on Purdue, so no more fouls to give. Texas the ball here, right to left. 15 on the shot clock, and a foul away from the ball, or a clock malfunction.
Clock.
No, a bench warning, I think. Assistant coach Paul Lusk was way out at midcourt trying to tell the team what he wanted to do defensively. So it's a bench warning against Purdue.
But that works in Purdue's favor, I think, and Texas unhappy because they had the mismatch down low with Okatitis.
Instead, play was stopped with 13 on the shot clock. Texas inbounding baseline left. Or sideline. Where are they going to throw the ball in? No one seems to know. No one seems to know. Sean Miller's begging for a baseline inbound. Instead, it's going to be a sideline front court inbound. Just down to our left. 5:32 remaining. 11 seed Texas leading 2 seed Purdue 67-66. Jordan Pope to Heide on a bounce pass, left arc. Dribble handoff, Tremont Mark. Mark will rise to shoot a 3 with Cox hanging all over him, and he made it. Are you kidding me? 29 in the game for Tremont Mark and a 4-point Texas lead.
Well, what a turn of events there. You missed 2 free throws on one end, and then Mark just sizes up C.J. Cox to elevate for a huge 3.
Braden Smith finds Meyer behind him. A triple from Meyer is no good, and a foul on Heide will be his 5th. Heide trying to box out Trey Kaufman-Renn. Just picked up his 5th foul, and Trey Kaufman-Renn will go to the line with the clock stopped at 5 minutes exactly. Camden Heide will foul out here. 70-66 Texas. What about that last shot by Tremont Mark? He has 29 points.
He is
season high.
Unbelievable, the level of shot making, and he's been a great college player for a long time, so not a huge surprise to see a guy like that perform at this level, but certainly to have his career high in this moment and the degree of shot making. These aren't a lot of open shots. He's getting a couple here or there, but that's where we've always worried, right? When a guy sees shots go down early in a game when he's talented, it certainly concerns you. As Kaufman-Renn thankfully makes the first free throw, can cut it to 2, a 2-point deficit if he can make this one.
17 in the game for Trey Kaufman-Renn. Purdue's down 70-67. Kaufman-Renn did make both foul shots. 70-68. 5 minutes exactly remaining, and Texas the ball. Jordan Pope over the timeline, right to left. Purdue needs some stops, and they need them now if they want to find their way to the Elite Eight. Jamon Mark between the rings. Driving in on Cox. Spinning, shooting, missing short. Cox a rebound. That might have been a bit of a heat check there for Mark. That wasn't a real wise shot, but the way he's been scoring it, why not? 4:30 to go in the game. Purdue trailing 70-68. Purdue the Bull.
That was a very difficult look. He turned the reverse 360 to try to shoot that.
Braden Smith is between the rings with Swain on him. Driving on Swain to the right block, stopping, leaning in on Swain. Leaning in, and he was fouled. He had to pump fake 3 times, and finally Swain took the bait.
Well, he actually took the bait on like all 3 of them, but it wasn't until the 3rd one that Braden actually was able to size him up and jump into him. Just incredible shot faking there by Braden Smith. Swain definitely left his feet at least twice in that particular scenario.
First foul shot made by Braden Smith to make it Texas 70, Purdue 69.
Purdue going to go offense for defense here late in this game. Bringing Jakari in for Lawyer.
One more foul shot for Braden Smith, the All-American wearing number 3. Got it. He knocks it in. We're tied at 70 with 4:15 to go in the game, and Texas the Bull. Dalen Swain double teamed out near the right arc. Now Purdue pulls off the double team. Driving into the painted area and giving it up Weaver. Now into Fokatitis, who was fouled as he attempted a shot in the middle of the paint by Purdue's Trey Kaufman-Wren. First foul of the game on Kaufman-Wren. Timeout on the floor. 3:56 remains. Purdue 70, Texas 70. Buckle in. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
If you're a true Boilermakers fan, then you know the real season starts before the first game. Same goes for your home field. No matter how you're planning on managing your acreage, Case IH can help you hit the ground running. Mowing, digging, hauling, and more, our machines are built to handle whatever your land demands. Talk to your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Boilermakers to win big at home, season after successful season.
Boilermaker fans, keep your eyes on the court and on your vision. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical are proud to be the official eye care provider of Purdue Athletics. Get advanced eye exams and vision testing at 15 Indiana locations, plus a wide selection of contacts, glasses, and sunglasses. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical will help you see every game clearly. Visit eteyecare.com to schedule your appointment today. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical, where Boilermakers go for better vision.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last 2, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
The Tom Wood Auto Group has been family-owned and operated since 1967, proudly serving Indiana drivers for generations. With over a dozen brands and thousands of vehicles in stock, you'll find the right car, truck, or SUV for your next adventure, all backed by a name you can trust. Wherever you visit us, you'll find the same commitment to quality, integrity, and exceptional service. Visit TomWood.com for any of our convenient locations today. It's all good at Tom Wood.
Purdue in neutral site games this year, 9-0. If they want to make it 10-0, they'll have to work some magic here. 3:56 to go. Purdue 70, Texas 70. Take your life and career to the next level with Purdue Global. Purdue's online university built for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu. Rob Blackman with Bobby Riddell, on-site audio engineer Wes Scott. Brett Otto, our engineer, in our Learfield flagship studios. As we resume action Texas sophomore 7-footer Matas Bogataitis will be at the line with a 1-and-1.
He's got 4 fouls. Oscar Clough with 4 fouls, but with Cam Heide fouled out, Bogataitis goes down with the 5th foul here in these final 4 minutes. Texas is really going to be hampered from a front court situation. They'll basically have to play small.
Bogataitis, 67% foul shooter. This game, he's 1 for 3. Bends the knees, wearing number 8, and missed it off the left side of the rim. Rebounded by Purdue's Fletcher Lawyer. Fletcher 3 rebounds to go with 18 points. Clock ticking at 3:45. Purdue the ball. We're tied at 70. Braden Smith is perimeter left, guarded by Mark. Tremont Mark guarding him. Braden picks up the dribble with a bounce pass top of the key to Trey Kaufman-Renn. He's going to dribble against Mark. Got to the rim but missed the layup. Then tried to save it from going out of bounds, and it's a good thing he didn't because it was last touched by Texas. Purdue gets the ball baseline right with 20 on the shot clock, 3:30 on the game clock.
Bogataitis came over from the weak side. I think he got a little piece of that shot to make Trey's layup come up just short.
Lawyer in the right corner, guarded by Weaver, to the rim, kick it out to Cox, faking a 3 left arc. He got to the rim, inside to Clough, who attacks and scores with the right hand, going right at Bogataitis. Oscar Clough's in double figures. Purdue up 72-70 with 3:17 remaining.
Great job, C.J. Cox, the spin move and then playing off 2 feet to get that Gortat pass to Clough, who had sealed Bogataitis.
Bogataitis to Dalen Swain. Swain in the middle of the paint, stops, looks for Weaver underneath the paint, instead gives it to the high right arc here to Mark. Mark between the rings. Throws it high right side to Swain. Swain will fake a 3. He'll drive into the middle of the paint. He missed a reverse layup. Rebounded C.J. Cox. I think the shot was bothered ever so slightly by Oscar Clough. We're down to 2:40 to go in the game. Purdue the ball. Purdue a 2-point lead. Come on, Bob Riddell.
The pressure mounting here.
Inside to Kaufman-Renn. The skip pass to Cox. A 3 on the right arc. No! Rebounded Clough. Clough got an offensive rebound on the left block. He wants to clear out to go at Bogataitis. He leans in, picks up his dribble, needs help. Shot clock at 8. Braden Smith the bull. Shot clock at 6. Braden Smith left arc, now to 4. All the way to the rim. Braden Smith blocked at the rim. Knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Texas, but we're going to have a shot clock violation anyway. The ball did go out of bounds. Last touched by Texas, but it went out of bounds as the shot clock was expiring. Matt Painter's begging for maybe a, I don't know, 5/10, 3/10 of a second on that shot clock, but the officials aren't going to give it to him. 2:09 remains in the game. Texas the ball. Purdue 72, Texas 70. The possession arrow favors Texas. Now Matt Painter is, I think he's going to appeal a clock issue here. I think Matt Painter is appealing that the ball went out of bounds before the shot clock expired. Now, look, best case scenario, Purdue would have the ball with maybe 3/10 of a second, but at least you have the ball. Puncher's chance, baseline right.
You're right. You would like the opportunity theoretically to try like a tip play at the rim, but also if it goes wayward, it could lead to a run out for Texas the other way, when in this certain situation you have a chance to set your defense.
True.
So, you know, it could work against you too, I suppose, but I think when you have a chance to potentially retain possession, you're going to take that over the alternative, certainly of just giving up the ball to Texas, but sometimes it can work against you if it ends up leading to some sort of frantic play at the rim that gets tipped out and goes the other way. But man, thinking back to that last possession, Rob, Clough, C.J. Cox gets a good look at 3. Once again, the story for Purdue just not making 3s here tonight. It's outside of Fletcher Lawyer, but then Clough gets the rebound. Bogataitis has 4 fouls. They clear out. Clough has the one-on-one. You felt like, okay, Clough's going to either score or get fouled. Bogataitis does not want to foul. There's not a lot of resistance. Oscar just not quite able to generate an angle for himself where he felt comfortable going up, and then Purdue ends up not getting a good look.
In this game, Purdue is 4 of 19, with Fletcher Lawyer having all 4 of the makes. The rest of the team is 0 of 11 from 3. Our game tonight brought to you by Progressive Insurance and the Progressive Keys to Progress program, providing cars to veterans in need. Texas has 2 timeouts left at its disposal. For the moment, Matt Painter has 3. He might be losing one here, though. Let's see how this appeal goes.
Well, per the replay I just saw, it did seem to clearly look like it went off Dalen Swain's left hand out of bounds. So now I guess the question, right. So I do think it is Purdue's ball based on who hit it out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't think there would have been any question about who touched it last. It was just a matter of shot clock expired, so what's it matter?
Right. Well, what's Sasha Stefanovic got up his sleeve if it is determined Purdue retains possessions?
Boy, we've had a lot of stoppages and replays and video reviews in this game.
I think they've determined Purdue's going to have the ball here.
I think you're wrong.
Oh, no, I'm wrong. Yeah, you're right. They pointed down towards this end, which I thought meant Purdue was going to have the ball, but they were just pointing, saying Texas is taking it out down there.
So indeed, after a video review, shot clock had expired.
So I guess the question is, did Purdue actually challenge that? Like, did we lose our challenge in that scenario?
Well, for the moment, the timeout hasn't been taken off of the board for Purdue. So Purdue 3 timeouts, Texas 2. Texas the ball. Here we go. 2:05 remaining. Longhorns the 11 seed. Trying to go from the first 4 to the Elite 8. Dalen Swain to Cody at the top of the key. Throws it inside of Vokatitis. Had it poked away. Somehow Cody ended up with it, though. Texas ended up with that loose ball. Tremont Mark, with less than 2 minutes to go, is on the right arc. Steps into a 3. It's short. Good block out Oscar Clough, and then he went and fetched the rebound. 1:40 to go in the game. Purdue a 2-point lead. Purdue left to right here. Braden Smith leading the charge. Can Purdue hold on? And Mark fouled him. 2 free throws coming for Braden Smith. Tremont Mark was one-on-one about 35 feet from the bucket. Braden Smith said, I'm not only going to dribble past you, I'm going to create a little contact too, because that's what veteran players can do. And 2 foul shots coming here for the veteran Braden Smith.
A critical mistake there by Mark. Definitely laboring with the ankle, so may not have had that lateral foot speed he needed there to stay in front of Smith. As Braden makes the first free throw. And it was nice, Rob, to see that Tremont Mark is human on the offensive end, and on occasion will miss contested shots.
Oh, what a game he's had. 29 points, Tremont Mark. Braden Smith, wearing number 3, a former Indiana Mr. Basketball. Dribbles once, lets it fly, missed it. It's a 1-possession game with 90 seconds to go. Purdue 73, Texas 70. Oh, the fans are to the edge of the seats now here in San Jose. Dalen Swain got a switch off. Trey Copeland on him. Drives to the left block to Swain. Kick in the right corner. Mark was going to shoot a 3. Gave it up. Gives it back to Swain. 8 on the shot clock. Dalen Swain now with Clough guarding him between the circles. Swain crossover dribble. Driving on Clough. Stopping and shooting and missing, but tipped in. A tip in by Weaver. And a timeout taken by Texas. 73-72 Purdue with 59.5 remaining. Boy, that's the second time today Weaver has a tip in at the rim. Kendall Weaver has 4 points. Both of them have been tip ins where he just came in unguarded to get himself to the rim and tip it into the basket. Timeout on the floor. Purdue 73, Texas 72. 59 seconds to play. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, it's Matt Painter, men's basketball coach at Purdue University. I'm proud to be a graduate of the College of Liberal Arts, which continues to innovate with programs like Cornerstone, Degree in 3, and Degree Plus. What I learned in my classes serves me every day. The College of Liberal Arts prepares all Purdue students to think broadly and lead boldly, values that mean a lot to me. I'm grateful for the education I received in the College of Liberal Arts. I encourage you to check out the College of Liberal Arts at Purdue to see where your degree can take you.
Whether you're flying to cheer for the Boilermakers at a game or flying for business, there's a smarter way to travel. United Airlines now deports daily from Purdue University Airport to Chicago O'Hare, connecting you to over 200 destinations worldwide. Skip the drive and stress of departing from a large airport and fly LAF from the new Amelia Earhart Terminal in West Lafayette with easy parking and quick check-in. Fly local, fly LAF. Learn more at purdue.edu/airport.
Boiler up, farmers! As Purdue dominates the court this year, BW Fusion is helping Indiana farmers dominate their fields. We're farmer first, delivering crop nutrition products and data designed for one thing: doing more with less. Less in, more out. That's not just a tagline, it's how we farm now. So whether you're at Mackey or in the Combine, team up with BW Fusion and start growing smarter. Visit bwfusion.com to learn more.
At Electric Plus, our mission is simple: to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana. From new construction to modernization, commercial, industrial, and service repair, we lead the way with quality and innovation. We're proud to be locally owned and 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, giving every team member a personal stake in delivering exceptional service. With offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington, we serve our communities with pride, offering 24/7 emergency coverage when it matters most. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. And always, boiler up.
Purdue 73, Texas 72. 1 minute remains. There was 59 and a half. Officials have put it back to 1 minute exactly. 1 minute. Purdue the ball left to right. Purdue has 3 timeouts remaining. Texas 1. Possession arrow favors Texas. Purdue is in the double bonus if Texas fouls. Purdue has committed 7 team fouls. Purdue plays with Lawyer and Braden Smith, Trey Kaufman-Wren, Oscar Clough, and C.J. Cox. And here come the Boilermakers left to right against a man-to-man Texas defense. Here's Braden Smith off a screen from Kaufman-Wren on the left arc. Diving to the rim was Kaufman-Wren. Braden still has the ball. Braden's working one-on-one on Cody, getting to the rim against Cody. Driving and scoring, right-handed layup. He dribbled past Cody and then laid it in for the right side. Purdue took a timeout because Purdue wants to set its defense, leading 75-72 with 37.7 to play. Officials will take another look at the clock just to make sure it should be at 37.7. Purdue fans, stay tuned for our First Merchants post-game show. It happens as soon as this game goes final here in San Jose. We'll have the final stats for you. We'll have everything you need to know in a post-game show operation. They're going to change the clock, Bob. 38.4. They'll go from 37.7 to 38.4. Purdue got a clear out there, top of the key. Braden Smith being guarded by the much larger Nick Cody at 6'8". And Braden dribbled past him, got to the rim, made a right-handed layup to give Purdue a 3-point lead. But now Texas with the ball, and Texas has been a dangerous three-point shooting team all game long.
Well, Purdue liked their options there. It's a 2-part play, essentially. They come up and set the high ball screen with Kaufman-Wren. If they want to guard it traditionally with a high hedge or a hedge of some sort, you're going to try to hit Kaufman-Wren in the pocket. But if they switch, which they did, Purdue is going to go to their spread offense, where they allow Braden Smith to attack the mismatch with spread and shooters around him. And wow, what a play, Braden Smith, putting on the Jets to drive that right seam, get his left shoulder past Cody, and then quickly get the layup up on the glass before Cody could pin it from behind. And now, Rob, just one critical stop away from putting yourself in a tremendous position.
Here's Pope to bring it up right to left over the 10-second barrier with 33 seconds remaining. Kendall Weaver, top side of Vokatitis rather to Mark. Now to Pope, a 3 straight away. It is no good, no good. Picked up off the floor by whom? It's a held ball. Trey Kaufman-Wren got tied up with Dalen Swain, and the possession arrow favors Texas with 21.5 to go. 21.5 in the game. Purdue 75, Texas 72. Texas will take its final timeout because they want to set up a play here to obviously get themselves the best look they can get. Texas uses its final timeout with 21.5 to go. Texas will be inbounding baseline left. That was a pretty good look for Pope from straight away.
Extremely good. We could basically see Texas setting that play up after Pope hands the ball off. He goes down under the basket, and that's a prime position for a shooter. You get your head under the basket. It allows you the capability to come off either direction off screening action. Reggie Miller made that play famous. All the great shooters, J.J. Redick. You get your head under the basket. Now you force that defender to force you one way usually, and then you can rip off some screening action. We saw Pope do it right there. Man, that was a good look. He left it just a fraction short, but then Purdue not able to grab that big defensive rebound there. And now Texas, what's Purdue do here defensively? I thought I saw Coach Thompson telling Coach Painter, as Purdue's coming back to the bench, that if Vocatitis gets the ball, I think Coach Thompson was insinuating wouldn't be a bad guy to foul. It's a 1-and-1. Is it? Yes, it's a 1-and-1 situation. We've seen Vocatitis struggle mightily here at the foul line this game. And it's kind of twofold. That way you don't allow Texas to tie the game with a 3. It would be an interesting strategy if they go that route.
Former Boilermaker and NBA standout Brad Miller is in the stands. I see him sitting over there, rooting on the Boilermakers.
The Iceman, Willie Berg.
Will Berg, the former Boilermaker, who had a heck of a year this year at Wichita State. He was 6th man of the year in that league. He's here. Texas the ball, baseline left. Here we go. Out high to Vocatitis, and a foul. There it was, Bob. As soon as Vocatitis caught it, Fletcher Lawyer fouled him. Now Fletcher reached for the ball. He didn't make it an intentional foul, but that is the, well, that's the strategy. Put Matas Vocatitis, 67% foul shooter, at the foul line with a 1-and-1. Vocatitis in this game is 1 of 4 at the foul line. The sophomore from Lithuania. Where's number 8 on the uniform? If you get a miss, Purdue, you're going to have to come up with a rebound here. Foul shot, good. Of course he made it.
I don't mind this strategy. You know, guys like Pope and Mark, incredible tough shot makers. You want to maintain this lead. You're in the double bonus too. If you're in a 1-on-1 situation, it's a little bit different. I think then you're better off maybe just playing defense, but you're in the double bonus. And there's a good chance Vocatitis can still miss this one.
Well, here he goes. One dribble, shoots it, made it. How about Vocatitis, who had been awful at the foul line all game, just calmly steps up there and says, no problem. And it's Purdue 75, Texas 74. Now full court pressure. Purdue has to get the ball in bounds. They give it to Cox. He's in the left corner. He's fouled immediately by Pope. Texas did not want to waste any time there. We're at 19.4 to play. 19.4. We walk to the other end for C.J. Cox, who's an 83% foul shooter. And C.J. will have 2 foul shots, foul line right.
Well, Purdue, of course, really wanted to get that ball to Braden Smith, the senior leader, but he was covered. Fletch made a good decision not to force it to him. Found C.J. C.J. also a quality free throw shooter, as you said. But the last time C.J. was put in this spot where he had to make crunch time free throws late at Nebraska in regulation, that did not go well. He missed both. So we'll see what happens here. C.J. Cox, he's struggled to shoot today from long range.
He does have 8 points. The sophomore from Lexington, Massachusetts. First free throw, good. 19.4 to go.
All right, this is the big one. If he makes it, Purdue can also then go back to the fouling strategy if they'd like.
Second foul shot, good. Purdue's up 77-74. We have 19.4 to go. Texas has the ball quickly in play. Dalen Swain over the timeline, right to left. Swain coming in from the left arc, attacking the bucket, shooting, and a foul on Clough. An and-one opportunity as Clough just committed his 5th foul. And Dalen Swain, who's an 82% foul shooter, is going to have a chance to tie the game for Texas with 11.9 remaining.
Wow, Oscar fouling out here. I would guess they'll bring Daniel in for the rebound, because you got to make sure you get this rebound if he misses the free throw, and then you can call timeout to bring Jack Benner in for offensive purposes. Oh, they're going to bring Jack in here.
Dalen Swain, the transfer from Xavier. He came to Texas with Sean Miller from Xavier. Foul line left, 82% foul shooter with a chance to tie the game. 14 in the game for Swain. Dribbles once, spins the ball between the fingers, and ties the game with a made foul shot on an and one. Purdue takes a timeout with 11.9. Well, the good news for Purdue, you can hold for the final shot to be a game winner here. Otherwise, we'll head to overtime. Tied at 77. Purdue will have to go the length of the floor.
Well, that's a heartbreaking and one situation there, and what a clutch free throw by Swain to tie the game. But this is what March Madness is all about, right? You want a one shining moment. Well, you stick a buzzer beater at the horn to send your team to the Elite Eight. That'll get you in one shining moment, Rob.
And you mentioned the free throw by Swain, a big one. What about the two from Boca Titus?
Yes.
Stepping up there when Purdue fouled him intentionally.
So big. If he misses that front end of a 1-and-1 after his three previous misses looked like they were no chance of going in.
Yeah.
And for him to bury back-to-back, that was so big because it kept it where even if Purdue and C.J. Cox made both free throws, it was still a one-possession game. Of course, you're thinking, don't give up a three the normal way, but they went old-fashioned way with an incredible drive by Swain.
Texas will elect to not go full court pressure here. So Braden Smith should, in theory, be able to bring the ball up the floor unabated. Ball is in play. 11 seconds to go, clock ticking. Here comes Braden Smith over the timeline, left to right. Fakes the screen from Kaufman-Renn. Coming downhill, Braden Smith shooting at banker, no good. Tipping at it, Trey Kaufman-Renn! He tipped it into the basket with .7 to play. .7 to play. Three-quarter court shot for Texas is no good. And the Purdue Boilermakers are headed to the Elite Eight thanks to the tip-in from Trey Kaufman-Renn with 0.7 of a second remaining.
Wow, Rob, pandemonium here. This Purdue fan base is absolutely losing it. Well, there's your March moment, Rob Blackman. What a tip-in by Trey Kaufman-Renn as the help side comes over on the drive by Braden Smith going right down that same right seam. He had a bucket not long ago. It rolls off, but TKR gets that right finger on it, and it falls softly through the net.
Purdue got exactly what it wanted offensively. Your All-American Braden Smith coming downhill on his right hand to the right side of the lane. No, the shot didn't go in, but as you mentioned, Bob, we see this all the time. Help side defense has to come to stop the shooter, and that leaves a